we're good.
Bussin' with the boys, hanging with the fellas, betting on a game. No woman's gonna tell us what to do, and I've been over here just drinking beer and making that noise. Baby, I'm hanging with the fellas, bussin' with the boys.
Bro.
Welcome to episode 375 of Bussin' With The Boys. Electrostatic to have you all here yet again. I got a long ad read here, but it's from the number one sports book of all time. Bussin' With The Boys is presented by FanDuel, and FanDuel is America's number one sportsbook. Boys, the most prestigious tournament in golf is making its return to Augusta. The best of the best are on their way as we speak to compete for the jacket. You know, you never know how it's going to go down, but FanDuel has your back with a special mulligan bet back token during the event. You'll want to save it till the tournament starts so you can turn any losing bet into a bonus bet for another try. Now you've got a little bit of protection to make sure that sleeper pick or that bold prediction, backing someone to win it all, just go for it. Looking for someone in the top 5 finish, lock it in with confidence, because if it doesn't hit, you've got that mulligan in your back pocket and ready to go. So anything can happen, and everyone deserves a second chance at glory. Head to FanDuel.com/Bussin' to get started. That's FanDuel.com/Bussin' to claim your special mulligan bet back token for Augusta. Very excited for the Masters. Very excited for Augusta. Very excited for everyone to talk about the food and everything.
This is a big golf podcast.
It's a big golf podcast. It's awesome. Like you guys saw the way that the news with Tiger Woods,
yeah.
And we obviously were all over that the entire time. Because that's the news. We're a big golf podcast. That's exciting. And that's this weekend. But today, as we're filming this, so when you're watching this, the result of this game will already happen. The national championship in men's basketball.
Whoa, hang on. Don't get all the way to Michigan yet.
All the way to Michigan. It's Michigan. It's Michigan Monday.
There's a new audience tuned in right now, the Texas Tech Raider fan base.
Yeah.
Go Big Red Raiders.
He's right. Something about this guy, man. He always happens to be right. Welcome, kid.
We just want to welcome him.
You.
A lot to be excited about.
Coach
McGuire was, go ahead, give your opinion of the McGuire interview.
I'll just say how my first couple minutes when I got in the night before. I was solo. I was nervous and scared. New people, new place. I didn't know what to expect. So I look at my phone. There's a 6-minute walk over to the facility. I go to the facility. I'm sitting there kind of kicking the dust around a little bit, waiting for my sweet boys to kind of come and be around me so I feel a little more confident. All of a sudden, door swings wide open. Who is it? Coach McGuire. So you get your candy ass in here right now, brother. I said, oh, yes, sir. We walk in. I'm looking at 3 thoroughbreds. 3 beautiful thoroughbreds that are probably sitting at 6'9". I would say probably in the 6'9" category.
Mate, you don't like these boys.
Buddy.
You put your hands on them.
Yeah, exactly. They had the shoulders. They had the thighs. They had everything you want. You look at a linebacker. You look at those kids. You go linebacker. Probably all American.
And we gotta shout out the boys. It's Austin Romaine. Shout out Hillsboro, Missouri.
Missouri.
Neck of the woods where your boy Willie C grew up in Bonne Terre. Ben Roberts and John Cooper.
Those 3 boys.
Curry.
Mustache.
Is it Curry?
John Curry.
Damn.
That's okay. Hey, it's all right. John Curry. It's all good. Native.
Yeah, he is, and he's a stud.
Dude,
hey, go ahead.
I walk into this place as I'm waiting for you guys, and immediately the nerves are off. I feel like I'm at home. There's a giant sign. It says Bussin' With The Boys. And it was stretched. I don't know if it was an old photo of me or what, but it was a little stretched in the middle. That's all good. And then there was Willie right there. Dude, we're hanging, we're chopping up. I feel like I'm seeing like my uncle at like a family reunion. We're picking up where we left off. Like I'm the kid growing up, and he's the first guy to kind of like put his arm around me.
And the entire family's there.
Yeah, put me part of the big boy table. Everyone's just kind of like so stoked that we're there. And then you guys come in, and he goes, "Go get him." So that's when I open the door, and I'm like, "Hey, get your candy asses in here, boys!" Like I'm already in the culture.
Yeah, you're bought
so
in.
I would say 4.5.
It's a great 4.5.
Yeah, it's a great.
It truly
4.5.
It was a great. And JP, the vlog's out right now, so go ahead and check out the vlog on our YouTube channel, Bussin' With The Boys. If you're already here, make sure you're subscribed. If you're new here, make sure you're subscribed. But the vlog is out. Go check out the vlog. But at the end of it, Coach McGuire, I went to tell him bye. Like, hey, we're gonna take off. We got to make a flight. And he's like, hey, I just want to tell you, like, game day aside, this is one of the most fun days I've had in this business with you guys here, and I was elated.
Yeah.
Cloud 9.
It was crazy. You would have thought, I don't know, like we were like the most special thing to come out of Lubbock. It feels weird saying that, but like that's how they treated us.
I wish we could
From
have
the minute we walked
because
in.
everyone talks about just the town, like the area, like the college town, the vibe. It is Friday Night Lights. If you can imagine Friday Night Lights on steroids, Friday Night Lights as a professional football team, that is Texas Tech.
And you know that because you'll see in this podcast, there's a big uproar about Texas Tech playing on a Friday night against, was it Houston, correct?
Yeah.
And there's a bit of an internal battle taking place.
Bit of a dust up.
Bit of a dust up taking place. And McGuire's response to it just tells you everything you need to know about what Friday Night Lights means to Texas.
Dude, he is Texas high school football.
He is, and I mean, he's a legend, right? What was the school he was at? Was it
the school that he
Cedar
won?
Hill?
Cedar
Yeah.
Hill.
Oh, Cedar Hill.
Never won a state championship ever. He comes in there, boom,
16
gets
and
him
0.
one. 16-0, undefeated season.
You just
Hey, listen, hand up. Being a guy who's been through an undefeated season, there's nothing like it.
there's just
There's
a
nothing
vibe
like-
too.
there's nothing
what
like
was the
hosting a
barbecue
trophy.
spot? Eddie Mays.
Emmy Mays.
Emmy Mays.
Emmy
That
Mays.
shit was gas.
The way it was gas. Like listen to
Emmy
me.
Mays.
Listen to me. It was gas.
Here, there's a fat butt coming in here.
Not a butt. Not a butt.
However,
And imagine yourself just in a small town and you get that A+ taste of this barbecue cuisine that blows your mind because you're used to fast food, you're used to shopping at Walmart. No shots at Walmart.
No shots at Walmart.
These feelings of anybody who's been in a small town and they get their first taste of something for the first time, to them, this godlike food is Emmy Mays.
right?
Like they're all so excited about
it's like
it.
being a kid and going
And
to Outback Steakhouse.
it was gas.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to encapsulate the entire feeling around Texas Tech, like the high school vibe, the Friday Night Lights vibe, the coaches, the entire staff, people coming in and out, the boosters watching practice. It is like they love West Texas football.
They love West Texas football. There is no other football other than West Texas football.
Yeah.
Dude. Listen, I know we're glazing quite a bit right now, but Joey's
Emmy
energy
Mays.
when he's with us, every time he would walk away from a moment, there'd be someone reassuring us that this is him every single day. Which you take it at face value, it is what it is. The minute these players, like this podcast is an hour and 45 minutes with him. It was supposed to be just an hour, 45 to an hour. The minute this podcast ends and these players are essentially waiting outside to come into their team meeting to start their actual day, focused towards the national championship, his energy hit a complete new level. He was so excited to, how coaches are when you go in the recruiting visits and they got their hands all over you, they're feeling your shoulders, how you doing? And you're kind of
Massaging the
like,
traps.
you're uncomfortable, but they're like so into it. You're like, I guess this is like, okay.
But you're also stoked that he's into you
Yeah,
that much.
yeah. I tell you what, yeah, exactly. He brought up two behemoth individuals. And I thought these were, your boys in Game of Thrones right now. I thought there was a couple of the giants from north of the wall. These dudes, nimble feet during the day, both of them tackles, left tackle, right tackle, both of them I'm looking up at, not figuratively, literally looking up at.
Big boys.
And I am, by every definition of a tackle, very tall tackle. In the NFL, I was always the tallest guy except for when Dennis Kelly was on my team. These guys were towering over me.
Yeah.
Get them out in the field. They're moving around. They're a couple of dancing bears. Very receptive, very excited about the opportunity for me. Like, hey, I see what you're doing here. Maybe change this one or two things up. And they were all about it. Like very coachable, no ego. And it was such a fun practice to completely dive into. I'm in a dead sweat. I don't even know where Will is at during the practice. And then I find out later on social media, I see his highlights of him just drinking water. Like we had two completely different practices take place. But dude, when we get out to practice and Joey, I'm like, hey, like do you want to stay on the sideline? He goes, go do whatever you want. I'm like, so I can go in the middle right here? He's like, absolutely. Walk out there. I see him in the pennies in the walkthrough. I'm like, let me just
Throw on the yellow vest.
let's throw on the yellow vest. Let's have a little fun today. Yeah. And they were all about it, man. It was so much fun.
And we got to talk to Sorsby.
What a guy, too.
What a guy. What a guy.
Great guy.
Yeah.
You can just tell he's got a bit of a Josh Allen aura to him.
He's got the juice.
He's got something.
He's got the juice.
He's got something
I
taking
looked
place
out and
right
said,
now.
hey, I see that NIL money got you some veneers. You got tops and bottoms, huh? He's like,
Gotta get right. Gotta take care of yourself before you can give it to the world.
Yeah.
You did make a comment to me individually as we were leaving the team meeting room. Yeah. I did see a clip of you squatting down next to him, and I believe the direct quote was, take this for what you will. However, I think it's this type of year for you.
Heisman year.
Yes. Do you want to expand on that? Now, let me just tell you how Will works. Will say something. So Will said something to me. He goes, I think Sorsby is going to win the high. I think,
Time out. I didn't say it like that.
You go, I got to work through this.
I said I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment.
I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment. I got to look into it a little bit more, but I think Sorsby be the Heisman. I go, that's not what you think. You've made the decision in your head that Sorsby is now going to win the Heisman. Now it's all about finding the information online for you to be like, this is why Sorsby's going to win the Heisman.
I said that's bullshit because next week we'll be at Notre Dame. I'll get to get my hands on CJ Carr.
CJ Carr, I believe he's one of the front runners this year, correct?
Yeah,
He's top 3. He is the front runner. He's number 1. Numero uno. But something about that little fade with a little bit of lettuce in the back, the veneers. They had Will swooning over this boy.
Yeah, he had
couldn't
the
get him
juice.
away. It was like
Hey,
Jeremy
he had
Cooper
the
on
juice.
Jason
He had the
Kelsey during the
juice.
Super Bowl.
And Will,
swooning, dude.
Will, do you remember his response when you went in and whispered to him like, "Hey, this is your Heisman year"? Do you remember the first thing he said?
I was just staring at him.
It's the answer you want. He says, and I'm gonna win it because of this guy right here, the receiver right next to him. Wasn't about Sorsby at all. Didn't make it about himself. Immediately point to the team.
That's what I'm saying. He's got this. He's got the sauce. He's got the makeup you want.
He's got whatever it is. He's got it.
And then when you sit and everybody's going to listen to this Coach McGuire interview, but the way Coach McGuire talks about his staff, in particular his son, like putting his offensive minds on the whiteboard with anybody, knowing that Texas Tech, they score. Like they score points. They put up points. And knowing that Sorsby coming from Cincinnati is now in this offense and the intangibles I see with this boy, knowing that he's going in with this staff that McGuire is high on and the way Texas Tech has bought into their program, I'm just seeing this is a magic that might take place this year. Just don't be surprised.
Don't be surprised. Does it give you any pause at all? And there are a lot of Texas Tech fans watching this podcast right now. I'm just asking a question. Does it give you any pause that they're in the Big 12?
No, I think that's better.
The level of competition. I'm talking about the level of competition they're going
I'm thinking the juicing.
You get inflated.
Stats.
Like if I don't want to bring it back to Michigan, but everyone was really high on Arizona. They're in the Big 12, right? And then we saw that happen. And so you just don't know level of competition is how it works. I'm just saying. That's kind of the conversation we had with Joey. Is like, how do you feel about Big 10, SEC, everybody else kind of vibes?
Not Michigan. Texas Tech is in a spot to where they got to win in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
But as far as like playing and the numbers this kid could put up, I'm saying he's going to be in the conversation the entire year.
Seeing this individual, his presence, the way he responded to you about the wide receiver, his unique selflessness that he kind of came off as he was talking to us, where it's not about me, it's about the team. Even that short little stint we had, plus being able to see him in Kansas City when he's running all over the yard.
Yeah, when you see him in them pads, see them tight pads in the shoulder,
like
you see
this photo that
triceps
Sherm's got up right now, it's not doing him justice. Like the kid's got it. Like he's got, when you go to NCAA 14 and you make your little creative player, this is what you want your quarterback to look like.
I would like a couple more inches on him.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Here's where my pause comes in.
Not to pivot. Have you seen that clip of Byron Brown and Cam Newton?
Yeah, Jesus.
No,
I don't think I have.
Buddy.
Huge.
That's how you want your quarterback to look.
Yeah.
Because you think of Byron Brown, he's like a scat, like a little run, like a small little runaround quarterback. This dude is like eye to eye with Cam Newton, and he's got this white, tight, like Under Armour shirt on, and you just see rows of six pack. You could wash clothes on his stomach. Byron Brown. He was the USF quarterback.
It's something about genetics and physique that will just time will pause.
Yeah.
When I'm sitting there, kind of like, God damn.
Rarely. Yeah, and it just takes your eye. Yeah. Like you see a guy that's just jacked up.
Yeah.
You're like, man.
Yeah, I think to myself, I'm like, God.
That's not it. Sure, no, you got to pull up Cam Newton, Byron Brown clip, and it's he's on the field. He's warming up for practice.
To speak more on physique too, just back to the linebackers. When I was looking up their names to add their name card into the vlog, I obviously pulled up the Texas Tech roster, and each of them are 6'3", 245.
They're big.
I love it all the same.
Have the exact same measurement.
They're like a dealership. They're just like printing them. Dude,
and they got that backer Trey White, I believe, from San Diego State. Thick, bro. He had some good pass rush moves going on when he was getting after the running backs and
number 20.
I think so. I can't remember.
Bro, I was sitting there.
His brain is.
They were doing like blitz one-on-ones. It's a really unique drill where like you basically put the offensive line out there for slaughter. And these linebackers come from 16
deep.
yards away from the slot and just rush. And it's it looks fucking terrifying, dude. But I'm sitting there with some of the DBs, some of the linebackers, and I'm kind of giving them shit because they're getting beat a few times. And I'm like, bro, you got to do this. They're just so coachable. I was like, bro, once he switches, flips his hips, if you have the distance, just go back inside. And he did that the next play, dusting him. I'm like, see, I also get that hand up a little bit too.
Hey, you got to listen. You're coachable. You're coachable.
Yeah,
you got to listen.
This one right here, look at this kid.
Oh, yeah.
They the same.
I put him on my Heisman list.
Right? I mean, hey.
Right
look
now.
at that stomach on him.
Yeah. Here we go.
Look at that.
They call that a washboard.
Yeah, they call that a washboard. And it's nice
and Cam Newton's huge.
The neck just meets the shoulders. Cam Newton, I saw him at a power step one time. I was looking up at him. I'm like, bro, you ain't 6'6". This dude is a big built cat. Look at him.
Yeah.
That's a quarterback.
Yeah. He's on the Heisman list.
He's on your number 2.
That's what I'm saying. Prisoner moment. This is where the pause comes in.
Right.
So we talked about how selfless Sorsby is. We're saying all these things that we were our judgment says he's this.
Yeah.
And then my pause comes in did he get us? Is that actually him? Right. Let me just sit back, watch this year unfold. Here's what my instinct tells me.
Yeah.
But now you got to sit, because listen to us right now about Texas Tech. They're about to win the national title coming off that trip.
I mean, of all the trips we've gone on, of all the teams we've seen so far this year, I would put Texas Tech at the top.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, number 1 for sure. Nobody close right now.
Nobody close right now.
Yeah.
And that's just teams we've been able to see in person.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
This week we do get to go to a couple.
You can say it. You can say it.
Yeah, we said it in the vlog. Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Miami. We had some great playoff conversations with Coach McGuire around Notre Dame and Miami. God. You guys are going to enjoy the interview. The interview's awesome.
The interview's awesome.
Taylor, about the Big 12 being a knock for the Heisman. I mean, Jacob Rodriguez as a linebacker was sort of in that conversation for a couple weeks.
That's
Jacob Rodriguez also threw touchdown. They did everything they could, and I think he.
But by the time Jacob Rodriguez came on the scene, was in that back half, back quarter of the season.
Kind of where you want to be, though.
Right, for this potential Heisman campaign, for a Sorsby, if it's Sorsby. They, Texas Tech, they got the national attention, everybody on it. Sorsby was a top guy coming out in the transfer portal. Now he's at Texas Tech. So they're going to have the foundation of, this national attention, from the start, not, trying to get somebody on board and get everybody's eyes on him toward the end of the year.
Yeah. And just seeing McGuire, when Sorsby came up, and we just got done meeting those 2 twin towers that are on the bookends, and they left. And Sorsby and Joey goes, he had me nervous. He's rubbing his hands. He had me a little nervous. When he left, I was like, I don't know where he's gonna go. But the way he had this kid-esque excitement about ball, it's I understand why guys want to play for you. I watch you, the way you operate with these kids, the way you've operated with us, and it's it'd be hard to go to Texas Tech on an official visit and not just, like you said, be a prisoner of the moment and just commit on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Commit on the spot. Also, a very cool thing you're going to hear in this interview, the conversations revolve around NIL. A lot of teams kind of sit in the backfold of how much money they're spending. Texas Tech would seem to be one of those teams that have put themselves up we're paying players.
The Disruptors. That's really interesting, but it's also interesting to hear Joey McGuire, his takes on how these other schools and all the players and the agents are manipulating the NIL programs because of Texas Tech. So it's all, dude, it's all so fascinating. It's all incredibly fascinating. All I care about is that Tech fans who are tuned in right now, or college football fans, just see the look on our face when we're talking about this Texas Tech visit, to know we had a great time.
Yeah.
We had a blast.
And they
A+ hospitality.
Bro, they passed the test.
Yeah.
How about
they did pass the test.
They passed the test.
The helmet reveal?
The helmet reveal?
Out of nowhere, we're revealing the red helmets.
When are y'all posting this right now to reveal it with y'all?
I was like, oh shit, all right.
You guys are going to be the first ones to see the helmet. Shit, hell yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? It's awesome. Yeah, this is great.
Jared, put it on. Get in a 3-point stance.
We'll smile.
Just
we
immediately fall back on Jared. Jared, do something. We were uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. And then listen, I don't think anybody in the vlog, watching the vlog would know this, but I said this to Will already. They passed the test.
Yeah, they passed the test.
They passed the test. And for new fans that have showed up, welcome to Bussin With The Boys. We're happy you're here. We hope you stay here forever. We essentially have on athletes. We have on everybody.
We have literally we're yeah.
We have on everybody.
We have no borders. We got no borders.
Good
Yeah,
sell.
good sell.
Yeah.
Locker room. We bring it to
here
life.
forever. We got
couple
people.
of ball players that sit down with people.
Yeah, and speaking of athletes, last week we had Lavonte David on.
He will be the most underrated defensive player in NFL history.
In NFL history. He was on there. If you want to check out some of those things, one thing we've been doing this year for 2026, the year of the audience, is letting people just talking about what people said about the last episode.
Yeah.
I got last episode.
I got a couple callbacks
What
right
you got?
here. But I just need to address, Jared, I can't have you laugh when I'm in the middle of my brain trying to connect and fire. I can't have it because my brain takes a second. And sometimes I find my way, sometimes I don't when the laughter is necessary and it takes place and we all have a good time. I just can't have you doing it too early because I'll lose it all.
Tell me when you said we have people on, we have athletes on. Yo, if you're new here, we have athletes on.
It was coming.
Yeah.
And Taylor already started talking. It was over.
But when I pause on the Lavonte David's going to go down as the most underrated, and I pause for a second, I just hear
that one's on there.
Let the brain just let it dial up and connect real quick.
We're gonna put like a tape marker for Will to look at when he's in deep thought. We're gonna put a sticker up in the corner.
I stare at that white sticker right there that's on the window.
I'm always staring into Sherm's soul. I feel like I stare at Sherm the entire time. A lot of eye contact during the show. Callbacks. Go ahead, Will. Who's this from?
DLAZ on the YouTube comments.
Shout out
YouTube,
AZ.
Spotify. Drop the comments at Lavante's Hall of Fame speech. We need Willie C. Shout out. Joel Rick El Rakan said facts. D Don Doe at Will C's Hall of Fame speech. We need a Lavonte David shout out. Yeah. Also facts.
I'm reading these damn callbacks and I'm like, all right, I guess I'll do the Joel one, just repeat back. And then he read the whole thing. He read the whole thing. Hell yeah! Well, we need a OIC shout out on
the
this.
The problem is I see Will's callback, so then in my brain I'm thinking I got to read all these. But now I see we have the same cards.
It's just funny.
I got three right
Hunter,
here.
all right. Hunter Mallet 8543 says, "Can Taylor reunite with Rich Rod at WVU on a spring tour? Would love to go to West Virginia.
Could we get some West Virginia? We are. I mean,
Morgantown.
potentially looking.
Morgantown, I heard
potentially
that place
looking for a
rips.
couple other spots. I had staff member from the University of Cal reach out,
Berkeley.
say
My
Tosh would
grandmother
love
went to
have
Berkeley.
you. Yeah,
Yeah, she's a bear.
beautiful place out there.
Beautiful place. A lot of tech.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
tech out there.
Who from Cal reached out? That's I'm playing that in my head.
Yeah, but also let's get back to Rich Rod and WVU. This is what the comment said from Hunter Mallet. That would be awesome to go out to Morgantown, hang out with Rich Rod. Rich Rod verbally abused me my freshman year, but he also got me to commit. So
I would love some Rich Rod Taylor Lewan stories.
yeah, he'd always call me Hollywood Lewan because it took me so long to get my stance. What are we doing? Huh? Are we Hollywood Lewan out here? Just get in a fucking stance.
I'm
about to steal that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, you fucking, what are you wait for everybody to watch you, Taylor? 250-pound tackle,
Everybody's
I
down
gain
and-
weight.
Taylor does his little dig in where
And
he
I
kinda
literally,
spins
it
a
never
little bit.
changed. Like, you go watch, I like mosey on up. Every third down, you got your thing.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
your moment. Got to have
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But would love to see Rich Rod. Get my hands on him, you know?
Taylor, during his NFL days, he'd have the entire offensive line get introduced and run out, but the entire offensive line would have to stand there for when Taylor got introduced.
Hollywood Lewan.
Taylor would come out and run to him. They'd all do a thing, and then Taylor would lead the charge.
Yo, you are so gay for that, bro. That is crazy. I'm not even.
Hollywood Lewan!
Oh, here we
Just
go.
run out of the tunnel, man.
Guys, we got introduced. We ran out as a group.
Yeah.
Because we're a line. That's what we do. That was Ben Jones's idea. Fuck you, Will.
We need the footage of that.
Oh, dude, it's every single time we got introduced. Every single time. We'll just go right tackle
Yeah.
or left tackle at the end.
Taylor would get his Ray Lewis. He'd be I like to call him, and obviously every player was like, man, you just want to be Ray Lewis. You just want to be the
Have some sort of signature, whatever.
yeah. But we'd be standing out there, and I'd just be watching. And then after a few times I went in a row, I'm like, oh, this is set up like this every time. But I'd get in line, you know, I'd have my hand down there ready to fucking, yeah, let's go to war. Let's go to war. Let's die today.
What's crazy is we played how many games together? And this is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Well, because the Hollywood Lewan comes up, so I'm like, oh, this is a funny one too.
If you enjoyed that, you'll enjoy a lot of Rich Rod's comments about me. This next one I'd love for you to read. And before you read it, the entire podcast, I thought this. When we put a clip out, I was like, you know, based on where we're at with this guy. I probably shouldn't tweet this, but I felt this as well. Go ahead.
It warms my heart because when we were at Nebraska, Lavonte's contact is a contact photo.
Yep.
I said profile photo in our
You said his
meeting,
profile
pre-pro.
picture in my contacts.
Yeah. But his contact image was Kanye West because I'd always walk up to him and be like, I know you see this, right?
And what did he say?
We'd all laugh. Like we just bust balls. It wasn't like Kanye was, the Kanye now that we all, which Kanye now is he's kind of,
Hey, onward.
If you didn't see his concert, dude's like standing on top of the
read
world.
the
There's
comment.
smoke everywhere. Okay, yeah. American Melanin 2053. This guy is the athletic version of Kanye West. They look and sound alike. Royce Ojeda 5430. Lavonte low-key looks like Kanye West.
You got my brain today, dude.
Some of these usernames are tough.
Like, how is anybody ever gonna follow you? Like, hey, what's your username? Well, it's ROY.
It's easy. They just gotta
JEDA.
They just gotta go into any social media platform and type in @_Will Compton. They can follow me there.
I think, yeah.
Dude,
I
had
know
hell
the
of a-
callback you were trying to get, but you might have misunderstood Taylor.
Yeah,
I know. I just went off him saying, "How's anybody going to follow you?" So
follow. Hell yeah,
Easy.
brother.
But he looks like Kanye.
But he looks like
He
Kanye.
looks like-
But Lavonte looks like Kanye. How did the back half of that interview go? I had to boogie out of there.
shit, how'd it go? It was good. It was a fun time. We sat there. We started talking about Professor Snape on Harry Potter.
Hell yeah.
He was against it.
Was he? I think. Yeah, we kind of. It's like, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
You read the books. The way they describe Snape is not at all what this TV show.
Yeah. We talked about
Not
some
at all
old,
what this TV show is giving
old
off.
Nebraska stories, dad life, some fatherhood stories. His daughter sleeps. She's got a sleeping mask that she sleeps with, which sounds hilarious and adorable all at the same time. Great interview. Everybody should go check that shit out.
Okay.
Yeah. Lavonte read some ad reads.
Did he really?
He did some ads, and it
How
was
does he
sweet.
read? Like he reads like me or read like you?
I think he did great. He read like Lavonte.
Okay. Read like Will.
We had fun.
I love that dude.
Yeah.
That
We had a
fires
good
me.
time. We had a good time.
All right, we had a good time. We talked about Texas Tech. We feel good. Vlogs out.
Let's get to the
Guys, it's Michigan Monday. It's National Championship Monday. University of Michigan is in the National Championship. We are 1-6 in national championships. UConn is 6-0. Yeah, Michigan's favored by, I believe it was 7.5 at one point. I think they might have dropped down to 6.5. Psychopath coach over at UConn. But the University of Michigan, the way that they've been operating under Dusty May, I've watched from afar. I think the closest game, they had 3 losses this year. The closest game other than that is University of Nebraska.
dude. I know.
I was looking at it, I was like, low key, like I feel like Nebraska is a lot better than people think, given how well Michigan's done.
We should have been in
in
the
this.
natty, man.
-7.5. Right.
It's okay, minus hasn't moved at all. Hasn't moved at all. Dan Orlovsky, he's in the situation right now. There is a contract on his desk. The contract is this for the bet. If UConn wins this game, I will shave my mustache for the rest of the year.
Yo.
So till Jan 1 of 2027. And Dan's like, hey, what kind of big deal is that? What? It's like, listen, this is the fabric, the foundation of who I am as a man is my mustache. Now, on the other hand, if Michigan wins, Dan Orlovsky has to have not 2, but 1 earring. I'm going to choose the left ear. And I want that thing to be a dangly Michigan earring that he has to wear on TV for the rest of the year.
The rest of the year.
The rest of the year.
Is he accepted?
Should we?
He has not accepted.
Should we hit him up and just try to sort this out?
Yeah.
Call
You
him.
want-
Probably on TV right now.
He's probably on First Take.
ESPN. I'm on TV.
He's on ESPN.
Do you want me to call him or do you call him?
Would you like me to moderate?
Yeah, you moderate. Go ahead and moderate. While we're calling,
Because if
Dan,
Orlovsky does this, like,
Before he answers,
while we're calling Dan, I'm gonna read this tweet by Blue by 90. Michigan has outscored their opponent by 108 points in 5 games of the 2026 NCAA tournament, an average margin of victory of 21.6.
Danny O, are you on TV?
I was just on. I think I'm done, but we're in a commercial break. I don't know if I have another hit or not.
Okay. Should we sort this out?
you're live.
Yeah, are you putting me on the spot right now?
We're not.
We're live.
We're not.
We're live.
We're recording.
We're recording live.
We're recording live. Yeah, we could figure it out. What a t-shirt. I think that you shaving a mustache is not equivalent to me piercing my body.
Okay, and piercing, when you phrase it as piercing your body, you make it sound like mutilation. You're getting an earring, and you're wearing it for the year.
But it's a piercing that is going to be a permanent thing for an extended period of time. You could finagle the mustache, and it's a shave. It's not, and you're not putting a hole into your body.
His body's his temple too.
His body is his temple. Yeah, he has no tattoos.
Yeah.
Would you like me to dye my hair?
What color?
What color do you want?
Husky blue.
For the year?
I mean, if I have to keep the piercing for the year.
Yeah.
That's just expensive, right?
You got money. What are we talking about?
You got to keep that thing blue.
Keep it blue though. The whole
like
year?
Husky blue.
Dark navy blue though.
Yeah, that won't even be bad.
It's like the same thing as Michigan blue.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Whoa. Your willingness to just accept everything makes me a little bit cautious.
That's hey, listen, this is very
So
you're
here-
very much on pace.
Just for the audience, Dan, here's where we're at right now.
Yeah, buddy.
If Michigan wins, you pierce your which ear?
No, I'm not piercing your ear. Dan's
Yeah,
piercing
you want
his
him to
left
pi-
ear.
You're piercing your left ear, left ear.
Left ear, correct.
Prefer hold on.
Which
So he
means-
sits in the panel, his right ear is always showing. So yeah, let me get his right ear.
So you're piercing your right ear, and you're gonna have a little dangly block M for the entire calendar year, correct?
For the entire calendar year.
Or because I heard Dan was saying every Thursday that they're on the show.
Right.
So right there, we're in the gray area.
Right. So Dan, you'll have this piercing for the entire year. You will be in the year of 2026. You'll be like, that was the year I had a dangly Michigan earring for the entire year.
Okay, what happens if the hole closes up?
Well, you have to keep it in.
But you'll
So
have
won't
it in
close
every
up.
day.
So I have to wear it every day?
Yes.
If Taylor,
I'm dyeing my hair.
Taylor
I'm dyeing
dyes
my
his
hair
hair blue, he can't do it one day a week, unless you spray paint it.
No, I'll dye. I'll go to a salon.
But I'm saying you could spray
This
paint.
is crazy.
Dan. Yeah, let's do this. And I'll sweeten the pot a little bit. I'll get a fade and I'll put like a Yukon,
Husky.
like I'll put a Husky logo. Do you think Alan can do that? Not for the year, but that'll be the start. And then I'll just keep it blue.
How much longer are you guys taping?
For the next,
Probably 20 minutes,
All right,
25.
hang on. I'm getting a text from First Take.
Flex.
Flex.
All right. No, it's from Kwaku. This is a lot of pressure right here, boys.
take your time.
Chew on it. We'll be, again, you got 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna FaceTime you back. There's got to be dude. What happens if I go piercing for the first day and then I go clip on? I can't wear an earring every day, dude. I'm not doing that.
Okay, so hey, listen.
He's got his hand like this right now.
The offer's on your table. You got time. Chew
Yeah.
on it a little bit.
Yeah. Dan, you're saying I don't want to do something every day, but if I win, Taylor, you have to have something every single day. And my hair's blue,
Yeah, you're
dude.
the expected winner. There's got to be more skin in the game.
You guys are 6-0 in national championships. Michigan's 1-6. The last time we won was 1989.
But you don't win because of what happened in the past.
You guys have been there before.
Team shoot. Yeah, so have you. You just haven't won.
Exactly. But you have recently and have won.
What was the initial offer on the group text? What was the initial
The
offer?
initial offer was I shaved my mustache for the entire year, so I have a
And
baby
you and
face.
Will had to go to an all-black church together.
We'll do that.
I was thinking, like, I think Dan said he wanted to tase you. I had to do something else, but I'm like, hey,
Yes,
Yeah, you just threw Will into it. Will's not a part of this.
I want Will a part of it. How can it be Bussin With The Boys and not have Will have just...
Here's why. Because Taylor went to Michigan, and Taylor loves Michigan, and it's Michigan and UConn in the Natty.
Right. When Nebraska is in a natty and one of our teams are playing them, I know. I didn't want to say
Yeah, I mean...
Okay, listen, UConn's not going to sniff the Natty ever in their
that.
lives.
They're in the natty today.
in
They're
football.
playing in it
Oh,
tonight,
yeah,
pal.
yeah.
I thought we
For
were talking. Are we football guys? Or are we fucking talking about basketball? Here?
Dan, think about it. Let me know soon.
I'll let you know by 11:45 Eastern time.
Okay, love you.
Hey.
What?
Hey, an all-black Pentecostal church, you and Taylor?
I'll be, dude, easy.
I'll do that for
Cook,
free.
and I'll host the cookout after.
Yeah, I'll be in the choir. I'll host the cookout after. It's so funny.
I
You
think
guys
hey,
like these pineapple ribs I made?
I have
I thought
apple jalapeno.
Peanut butter chili.
Apple jalapeno.
Apple jalapeno.
And they would slap. They'd be like, "Comp, you stuck your foot in those fucking ribs." Hey, I think we have found some common ground.
I think the mustache is worse than the hair, so I was like, all right.
No.
No.
The hair.
Really?
No, I was telling you on the other side. Like, if I'm Dan, you have to think:
I know. Yeah, I know your stance.
is the reward of seeing Taylor without a mustache? Is that worth me risking piercing my ear? For me personally, even though it would kill you, which is like that's your own battle.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking you look good, so I wouldn't get any joy after the first day or two. Like, well, he's solid. There's nothing embarrassing at all.
Yeah, like after a month, I'd kind of just be used to it and be like, all right, this is just me for the next.
But here's what we could do.
Go ahead.
Yours is spray paint, Blue. His is clip on, and he just does it the once a week. And you guys do it on the once a week basis.
I think you guys
It
should
just
do hair
feels
for
that
hair.
doesn't feel authentic to me.
He needs to dye his hair too. Hair for hair. He's got to do it like
He
pink or
dyes his
something.
hair yellow.
Taylor was trying to go hair for hair. He's like, let's do the head shave bet. He was like, head shave bet. What are we doing?
I think he would say yes.
And
to
the
dyeing
head
his
shave
hair.
bet's a little played out. I mean, we've already done it once. JP, you're a bet guy. You're all about body mutilation.
All to say is that I think we're there
do you
on what
got?
you guys want. I used to do, I would go to the varsity games when I was a young little jit running around in middle school. I'd spray paint my hair blue and gold every Friday night.
No, I'm with you. I hear all the things you're saying. Like, if this bet is going to go through, I want it to be he has a piercing that he has to wear every day for the rest of the year. First take, get up, the whole
You're
thing.
down to do the blue hair every day and dye it.
Yeah,
He seems resistant.
right.
So I'm thinking, okay, how do you still get what you're wanting? Because he's clearly not wanting to do it every day on national TV where it's...
Yeah, he doesn't want to, but like that's this now the second. I've moved twice and he hasn't moved once. What kind of
but
negotiation?
he's on
are we in?
national TV every day.
That's great.
Like we do, like we're busting with the boys. Like we
Right.
go on vlogs. Everything is about fun. Bring the locker room to life. Make sure you go subscribe.
We have athletes on.
We interview
Yeah, we-
athletes.
we
We
interview
have
athletes.
everyone on. We have everyone on.
But
I
you
know
know
what
what I'm
you're
saying?
But for anything for me to change anything at this point, he's got to come up with something.
He should go blonde.
What if he came up with that though? What if he said that? Like the common ground that I'm trying to find.
At
here.
this point, if he came up with that, I would think, oh, Will texted him on the side.
I think.
Right? I mean, if he just was like, how about we both spray paint our hair and I do a clip on? Like, I would love for him to come to the table. Hey, I don't want that bet because I don't want to do it for all the reasons you just said, which would be great reasons. Here's a different idea. Like, I don't want to be the only one here putting out, what about this? What about this? What about this? Like, Dan, you want to do a bet? Let's do a bet. Let's have fun.
Yeah.
It seems like he's wanting it to be a bit more eye for an eye. He thinks the piercing is way more than the mustache. Taylor, how do you feel about getting a piercing?
Yeah, I'll do a piercing.
You already have it.
He's got
I've
one.
had, these are just,
Maybe
You
like
get the nose
a
one.
Yeah, get a nose.
The bowl one.
What about a UConn tattoo?
I'd get a tattoo, but at this point, like, I have so many tattoos, it kind of wouldn't affect me. Like, it'd be funny, like the social post would be funny, and then after that, I'd just be like,
Would you do a nose ring?
I think that'd be
The bowl.
funny. I don't really want to do a nose ring.
See, but then that
Yeah, hey.
feels equal for him because he's like,
I'm
oh, he's getting a
34 years
piercing.
old, about to have 3 kids with a nose ring.
Tongue
He's the same age with 4 kids. On TV every day.
True, but that's just the earring.
And he's seen
And
as,
his kids are like older, although like, oh, dad, that's funny.
not that we aren't professionals, but he's just seen as a professional.
Yeah, I understand. I think that's why it's so much funnier. And Michigan's gonna win. So like, honestly, it's like whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
That's his point though. Like Michigan is favored so much that he wants you to give up something more.
Right, but I need Dan.
Give him your next child.
not Goldie. Not Goldie.
Husky. No, yeah. Oh, you have to name your kid Husky.
Middle name.
Could you imagine? Bigger girl.
Or Danielle.
There's Goldie Husky right there.
Name your daughter
Look at her
after
over there,
Dan.
just eating a cupcake. What's that?
Just name your daughter after Dan. Danielle.
His middle name.
No, that
Names
won't,
don't
guys.
matter.
That can't happen. I don't. That's Talon. Talon's mad enough that I might be shaving my mustache. He was like, "Hey, by the way, now you have to change our daughter's name."
I got a counter offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm down. I'm down to do stuff to me. Let's leave the children out of it, right?
Yeah.
Leave the children out of it.
No jits.
No jits.
No bad ideas. What if we went not as like changing your body? What if you had to plug Bussin every day on TV?
I love that. I love that. I love that.
Now your brain's working. Or a brain is working.
He starts off every show. The first thing he says is, first off, got to give a big shout out to Bussin With The
Yeah, I
Boys.
think that's great.
Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback, and here's why.
Yes. Well, not the Jalen Hurts
He
part,
has to
but
shoehorn both of your names or Bussin.
Bussin.
every time.
Every day.
plug Bussin every day. I think
What
that's
would be me then? Because now hair
blue
and
hair.
no. He says something and I have to look like something.
That's on ESPN. That's on.
Yeah, but the something that he's given is a nice something.
Something he's given is a nice something to us.
What about you?
I went to Michigan.
yeah,
I want something.
What
Yeah.
do you get out of there?
Give me his kid. You
want
know,
what?
I want something. Yeah, I want something he loves.
Yeah.
I want something he loves. That's all. Like, that'd be great for busting with the boys, and I'm all about busting with the boys. But also, I want my pound of flesh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You want to see some blood.
I want to eat a little bit too.
Yeah.
So I love that. What would be something good for him, for me to do? And he's got to.
We'll think on it. We'll think on it. We got time.
Hey, save it for later.
Save it for
Save it
later.
for later. Save it for
National
later. Save it
championship
for
was
later.
yesterday. We're thinking about it.
No, yeah.
Social.
Just playing out this into every scenario.
Michigan's already won. It's like,
Michigan's path to the national title game: beat Howard by 21, beat St. Louis by 23, beat Alabama by 13, beat Tennessee by 33, beat Arizona by 18. Michigan doesn't just beat you; they embarrass you.
was Howard the best team they
that
played?
was not a clean take by me. That was a clean take by.
Big Blue, right?
Hold on, what the hell's going on here?
Shout out Kevin's Natural Foods, by
Shout out
the way.
Kevin's Natural Foods.
We
Natural
love
Foods.
Kevin's
U of
Natural
M
Foods.
coverage.
Clean
U of
take.
M coverage said that. Shout out Kevin's Natural Foods. We love them. That's a clean take by U of M
That's
coverage.
a clean take.
Tell them your clean take with your bonus bet. How you parlayed it all the way into the natty.
So FanDuel hit us with a little bonus bet right before March Madness. Shout out FanDuel for doing that. I took all of that money and put it on Michigan making the Final Four.
Responsibly.
That
Responsibly,
I took
of
the
course.
entire bonus bet responsibly, and I put it on Michigan to make the Final Four.
And it hit.
That bet clearly hit, and then I just took all those winnings and put it on Michigan money line versus Arizona.
Clean take.
Clean take.
Yeah, so I took all those winnings, and I'm putting it on them to win the national championship against UConn.
Question for you.
Clean take. And I did money line.
The clean.
Before the tournament started, did you sprinkle any on Michigan winning the title?
Yeah, I sprinkled on them winning the title. Not as much.
What were the odds for them to win?
Plus
It was like-
380 at the time.
yeah, something like
They were plus 380 time. I think they were the number one. But it was just, you know how the games go.
Yeah,
It's March.
yeah.
This is March.
Yeah,
So I thought, okay, Final Four.
you guys, the game happened. Congratulations.
Thank you. University of
Congratulations to
Michigan
Michigan.
has won the national championship. There needs to be a conversation that takes place now. I know a couple weeks ago, maybe even last week, the conversation was no fans are better than the Husker fans. Love that. I think Michigan might just be the best sports school.
Yeah.
And it's national championship in basketball. This week, if they win Thursday, the Michigan hockey team in the Frozen Four, they'll be playing for a national championship on Saturday. Then
We actually got a tier
Michigan
talk
wins
from
2023. Sorry, go ahead.
we got a tier talk from Jack about the Frozen Four.
Oh.
Tier talk #Tier Talk Taylor. Since Michigan is headed to the Frozen Four in hockey, which is in Vegas, can we possibly see you hit those games to watch? And then Tunnel of Chaos right after for a future vlog.
Would be incredible. Shout out at Jack Summer 05. I would love to do that, but let's just talk about our week that we have.
Got a week.
Couple hours from now, me and the Hove are getting on the smallest plane ever made. We're flying to Indianapolis. Then we're coming back at 1 a.m. The next day, we're flying to South Bend, Indiana.
Yes, sir.
The following day, we're flying to Miami.
Yes, sir.
And then I get home. I got
Thursday
children.
night. Yeah,
Thursday
yeah,
night.
Thursday night.
So at that point, Michigan will either be in the national championship or not. Probably be in the national championship in hockey. For me, I like to spend those couple of days with my family, and I'll watch it on TV.
Wisconsin will win anyway, so.
I like to spend those couple of days with my family. And then, because the next week we're going to the draft.
Yeah.
We got a lot of moving parts. We can't say
2
it?
weeks. 2 weeks.
2
2
weeks?
weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks going to the
2
draft.
weeks, draft. Yeah. All right. So yeah,
But our spring tour is so much fun. Dude, shout out Form Energy and Kevin's Natural Foods for the spring tour.
Shout out for
Will, aren't you doing something? Aren't you going to Forum? Right?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Come on.
I got to speak in again.
Hey!
Thank you.
Can I tell him what you kind of what you told me? Just a part of how you're getting there.
Sure.
So his friend, I won't say his name out loud, Ben Newman, says, "Hey, I got my jet. I'll pick you up on the way." So he's going to pick up Will in Nashville and then flying to St. Louis.
Will. Speaking on Form?
Speaking on Form.
Guess who I get to introduce?
Guess.
Oh, tell me.
Guess.
Michael Chandler.
Ray Lewis.
Gio.
Didn't guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. You think he remembers you? You think he's going to call you? What up, 5-1?
Bro. You know I'm going to have my videos ready. Remember when you talked to me back in the day?
Right here.
Yeah. You remember that, right? 5-1. You call me 5-1?
Dude, that's epic. Have you texted him yet or no?
No. I'm trying to play it cool.
Play cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you're gonna be here.
You change your number? Like, you go ahead and put your number.
Dude, well, wait. So that actually means you'll get introduced before him. When they introduce you, you should do Ray Lewis's intro slide, steal his thunder, then introduce him.
I'll think about it. Think about it.
Yeah, spit it as
When those
every
lights
time I
come
came
on.
out of the tunnel, I would do the specific dance. I'll show you guys real quick, and then he would do it himself. By the way, our next guest is Ray Lewis. So
Yeah.
he gets a little clap.
It's
going.
quiet. I'm just doing his entire dance with no music or anything. Just breathing heavy.
Anyway, here he is.
Future friend of the show.
Future friend of the show. Future friend of the show.
My 2 cents at 2 cents __. With the Masters coming up and their insane concession stand menu, can we get a tier talk of the boys' favorite stadium foods? Hashtag tier talk. Favorite stadium foods.
Cheeseburger.
That must be a nice. That's a nice stadium.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
Dude, you could throw me at a Friday Night Lights high school game. I'll get the cheeseburger where it's wrapped in foil. Oh, bro, come on.
You pull it off and it's like some of the foil sticking to the
Yes.
cheese a little bit, and you're like, "Oh, I'll work through that."
Where's the ketchup? Where's the mayo?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Something about having that, like you buy your burger and then there's the giant Heinz ketchup, relish, mayo, mustard, and they're like massive boys too. Where you're like, "Oh, I can really sauce this thing up if I want." That's a huge win.
Scraping the cheese
That's
out of the
clean
foil.
That's a clean take. It hits different when you get the massive sauces.
Clean take.
That's a clean take.
Love you, Kevins.
Clean take.
What would you say is your favorite concession
If I'm going
stand food?
concessions, the last time I had concessions was at that dreaded Oklahoma game.
Hey, it was gas though.
Yeah, I
Hot
would
dogs.
probably put hot dog as up there.
Hot dog's fun.
It's like I would clearly choose a burger over a hot dog if I'm just going out to eat. But the convenience factor of having it kind of slide out, you can put it right there. You can layer it up. Ketchup, mustard, relish. Those are the only 3 ingredients you need on there. It hits.
Convenient like Kevin's.
Convenient like Kevin's. And then my next one would be the nachos.
Yeah,
they're never as good as you want them to be, but you always got to get them. The chips are trash. The cheese don't really taste like nothing.
Yep.
Adding jalapeno though is the move. That's what changed
And when you
the
eat
game
the
for
first few that you want to eat in the chip, what is it called? Nachos and sauce. Nachos and cheese.
you. Yo, this man's got a speaking
I was
engagement.
just sitting there, nachos and salsa. But after you eat the first few, it's like then you get them little rinky-dink chips that just have like the little splattering of the cheese on it.
Yeah, it's
You're kind of just over it, bro. You're like, what the fuck am I doing with these
me,
nachos?
there's not
Why did
enough
I get the hot
cheese.
dog or the cheeseburger?
yeah. There's not enough cheese in the nachos.
You put them down, and then somebody's like, "Oh, you got the nachos," and you immediately say, "Yeah, you can have them if you want. Go ahead and get you some, because you know you're not going to eat them all."
And they get floppy. They
Yeah.
get real soggy.
Yeah.
And then you cheer and you kind of step on some, and you're like, "God damn it, these fucking nachos! Why'd I get these?"
They're difficult to carry. It's like
Yeah, kind of doing this.
That's
whole
why hot
thing
dog's
with
number
them.
one. Hot dog's got to be number one.
Yeah,
Maybe a popcorn too.
I don't like popcorn at a game.
Oof.
I don't like
You've been
it.
to, Jared?
What?
Dirty take.
it's a
You don't like popcorn?
It's
That's
not
a
filling.
bad
It's not
take.
filling at all.
That's not a clean take.
Pretzels is good.
Pretzel's good.
Hey, that's a clean take.
Mitchell's nervous to say pretzels.
No,
By
that's
the
a
way.
great take.
I wasn't nervous at all.
Can I?
You said
Do you
pretzels,
do
and you
the-
kind
do
of
you do
did
the
one
little-
of these and shifted around.
Do you guys do this move? Where you grab the pretzel and you take your pinky and kind of put it in there, and then you scoop the cheese.
What?
Come again.
I'm just telling you, man, that's a clean take.
You might be putting us on game,
Bro,
as I think about
If
that.
you open the pretzel, you have like a little pretzel stick now.
Yeah.
You take your pinky, get a little hole in there,
Finger it.
and then you dip it in the cheese, buddy.
Hey,
Yeah.
that goes down in the little hole.
Yeah. It goes down a little hole. That's why you put the
Hey.
hole in there, so you scoop because it's in the
That ain't a
hole.
bad one.
Hey, that's
You are onto something.
You like that?
I like
Something.
You like that?
that hit the G spot.
All right. Clean fucking take, dude.
Clean.
Hey,
Clean
speaking
fucking
of
take.
you like that, once a Raider.
Always a
Always a
Raider.
Raider.
Kirk Cousins to the Raiders. Great transition.
Who is his agent? Who is Kirk Cousins' agent? That's what we need to know right
God.
Yeah.
What is he? Second highest paid player now, NFL history. Matt Stafford, Kirk Cousins, Tom Brady. Top 3.
Mike McCartney. Vayner Sports. Sports. Gary V.
Shout out Gary V.
now. Shout out Gary
Shout
V.
out Gary
Get your
V,
NFTs whenever you
Boy's
can.
making $20 million. What was the full contract? 4 years, 150 something, 140 something. And we know it's a 1 year deal. It's a 1 year, $20 million. Did they already come out and say that Fernando Mendoza or whoever their quarterback is going to be is not going to start?
They said they're drafting Fernando already.
They
they're
said
giving
that.
the game plan and everything. And then they said Kirk will start probably.
I kind of love it.
What a
I do
tandem,
too, bro.
Those two together.
I kind of love it. Not to keep bringing up Dan Orlovsky, but he's trying to say Ty Simpson over Fernando Mendoza. Love the young wolf, but
Love the young wolf. Love
love
Dan.
the young wolf, but Fernando Mendoza, you got to take him one.
To me, bro, it's like just already come out and say you're getting Fernando Mendoza. Put the team with pick number 2. Put them on the clock right now. Fernando Mendoza, Kirk Cousins, Tom Brady. Get them off to a resort somewhere. Just start installing the offense. You can start now in, was it April? April 6th. You can start now in
I
April.
love that. I think that's a great move.
Weeks before the draft
Yeah.
takes place.
And if you already said you're going to
minicamp.
take, why aren't you doing that right now?
Yeah.
Like you should just have like your top 30 vision and be like, by the way, just stay in Vegas. Like get you a house in Vegas, and we're gonna get you with Tom and Kirk, and we're gonna let you dial it in.
And if there's any like red tape around it, you just find somebody that can get people on Zoom. It's coming from their phone. Like obviously I'm talking about breaking the law right now. But
Right? No.
we're trying to win football
Find
games.
the rules and then live in the gray.
Yeah.
Find the rules,
yeah.
live in the gray.
Who knows it better than Tom Brady?
No, come on.
Come-
It's Michigan Monday.
Is that-
It's Michigan Monday.
I know, but he's the GOAT.
Everybody in the comments go, "Oh, come on, Will. Come on, Will.
He is the GOAT, but
He's
saying
the GOAT.
he knows how to live in the gray.
Come on, you're still doing it.
The Flake-gate.
Yeah.
Spygate.
You see the way he handled that at his roast? He did a great job. He was very funny about it.
He was.
Could have given me $20 million. I would have just said I did it.
Yeah.
Future friend of the show.
Future friend of the show.
But
Will.
to stay on track here, shout out Kirk Cousins. Let's get Fernando Mendoza. Let's just say he's part of the silver and black.
Yeah.
And just
Put him
start
up at-
building.
Put him up at Red Rock. I'll see you there in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess who the highest non-quarterback paid athlete in the NFL is in history?
In history?
Yeah, and he is ranked at number 17. And you guys love this guy.
Oh.
Luke Kuechly.
Is it wait, can I guess?
Yeah, sure, you can
got
guess.
Oh.
Go ahead. Just throw it
Nah,
up.
you go first.
Yo, I'll go.
All right.
You go.
He went.
Ndamukong Suh.
Close. He's the second highest.
Hey, nice pull.
Oh, wait, actually third. Von
Offense or
Miller,
defense?
Von Miller's above him.
Offense or defense?
Offense.
It's not a tight end, is it?
No. You love this guy, Taylor. You love this guy.
Dude, you love him.
I love him.
For so many reasons. Y'all actually have some things in common.
Trent Williams.
It's Trent Williams, yeah.
Yep. He's $218 million.
Oh, shit!
Yo.
More than Derek Carr. Ryan Tannehill is also number 20 on the list.
Hey, shout out to him.
Friend of the show.
Kid's not going to get enough respect for what he did in 2019 with them Titans. I tell you guys about 2019?
2019 Titans.
What happened?
I thought we went to the AFC Championship game.
I tell you about the AFC Championship
Right
game,
before
dude.
halftime.
Hey, fucking Michigan, dude.
Yeah.
Michigan Monday.
Congrats,
Is that
bro.
Michigan
National
Monday? Is that
champion.
not a clean take though? That this might be like if Michigan wins basketball and in hockey, is Michigan the best sports school?
I don't know. I don't know who's won the Natties
Yeah, this
across
podcast
all
will be brutal.
sports.
What's that?
I don't know who's won the Natties across all sports.
I mean, you look at the big three.
Like, if
the
you
only
guys-
thing-
if
the
you
only thing
guys-
we're really lacking is baseball.
You guys win. Yeah, you guys win in basketball. You win in hockey. Say you win this year in football. It'd be hard
We
to.
won in 23. Basketball, hockey, yeah, dude.
As much as you guys are, take out even winning national titles, but as much as you guys are in the conversation in multiple sports, year in and year out, absolutely that'd be an argument. I just have no clue what other teams
I
are
don't
doing.
either. I was really just here to defend
I
Michigan.
mean, like Florida at one time, they were good at everything and won everything.
At one time. I just feel like everyone has their time. It just kind of
Yeah.
feels like this is Michigan's time.
Are you sure?
Like there's always a time to be excited about.
They are good at baseball,
They
but
went
they
to the
just
World-
haven't
They
won.
went to the World Series against Vandy in like 2019.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of fans were saying, "Don't forget about baseball."
They lost to Vandy, but they went.
I just, God,
Remember Kumar?
Portnoy when Michigan wins, bro.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Like I
definitely
enjoy
hurts.
it, but for the love of God, like he texted me last night. He texted me yesterday, just randomly, about 7:00. Did I miss your text? And I knew what he was already getting at. It was Michigan. And I'm like, I thought you hated birthday messages. He said, no, I just thought you would have wished Michigan good luck by now to bring the Big Ten and you and Natty. And I said, I have my alarm set for tomorrow morning for that text to go out. Then I sent him a screenshot, text Dave good luck so he and the Michigan Wolverines can bring the Big Ten title home. Don't forget to text this. I just sent him a little screenshot circling everything. I was like, I got 2 alarms set for you, bro.
Did you send it?
Yeah, I sent it this morning. I said I didn't sleep last night. All I could think about was Michigan, how they're the best basketball team in the country. It's impossible for them to lose tonight knowing Dave Portnoy is leading the way. Congrats on the national championship. God bless Blue, God bless pizza, and God bless America.
Wow. That's big of you.
Go by the book.
Go by the book. This one comes from ESPN Insights. Michigan won by a combined 51 points in the Elite Eight and Final Four. That's the best point differential in 2 games prior to the national championship since UCLA in 1968, which was plus 53.
Look out, UConn.
Yeah. Look
Yaxel?
out Dan Orlovsky.
23, Yaxel. I mean, how about that kid? Slips, sprains his MCL, goes into the 10. It looked like he had a little ACL situation going on. Comes back in the game. Not great on defense, but was draining threes. Still was a big part of it. Mara, 15, that big tall boy right there. You just close your eyes, throw it up near the rim. He's going to pick it up and dunk it.
I don't understand that guy. His touch around the rim is insane. And
Dude,
none of it makes sense.
The one where a guy kind of put a bad pass up, and
Yeah.
he's like jumping, and he's like behind the board and like caught it and like binked it in. Like that hand-eye coordination is crazy to me. These guys, man. Who's the point guard? What's his name? Cadeau? Cordo? Something like that. Dude, he's doing no-look passes. He's out there, he's out there facilitating. Elliot Cadeau.
He's out there point guarding his ass.
He's out there being a good point guard.
You get the no look.
Did you see that
He's
bounce
definitely
pass?
he had an
this dude
allergic
fucking-
reaction. He had a great bounce pass.
Yeah.
Couple of good ones.
And the other guy that caught it had amazing back cut.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's basketball.
Pick
That's
and roll.
basketball,
Pick and
dude.
roll.
And what have we said on the show since this tournament has started? If you score the most points, you're going to win the games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen,
What's your
man.
best offense, Taylor?
A good defense.
Come on. You know it.
A place for
hit
Michigan
it,
to
though.
kind of set its sights NIL wise is baseball. Big 10 has not won a World Series in college baseball since '66.
Damn.
Which is nuts. But y'all win basketball. It's like, okay, now let's move all NIL to this. Make history.
Yeah, but dude, here's the thing about Michigan. It's like, if you look at Michigan, Ohio State, and Indiana,
Yeah.
like what we've done for the Big Ten, it's like, can somebody else get it going a little bit? Can somebody else pick up the pieces? We're doing all these other things. I think Nebraska would be a phenomenal baseball school. It's
Nebraska's
right
a
there.
solid baseball
You're
school.
an hour away from Omaha. Like that, I think that's where you put the funds.
They're a solid
So
baseball
that
school.
the Big Ten just owns all the sports.
They're a solid baseball school.
So Michigan would give funds to Nebraska's baseball
No.
We'll take them. Whatever Ellison's wanting to give us, we'll take some cash.
No, I was not giving you cash. I'm not letting that happen. Just like somebody's got to take.
Y'all got Warren Buffett, Will.
Yeah.
I know. Where's the Oracle? He's fucking at a drive-through at McDonald's right now, getting his everyday order, man.
Just complaining about inflation because it's 4
Yeah,
cents more.
give us.
We gotta get in his grandson's ear.
Yeah. I'm
And
with
Sue.
you.
We need Sue too.
Sue needs to put in.
Yeah.
Well, how much does Will Compton put in?
I don't know what. I
Can't
put
measure
in,
heart, man.
Yeah, I put in sweat equity.
Sweat equity.
A lot of
Yeah.
word of mouth.
Lot of word of mouth.
You should put some money in. You should.
I'll throw him a few bucks, but it won't move the needle
Why?
because I don't got it like that.
You can get another nice Australian punter.
Will could definitely get a good Australian punter.
I'm with you. I love our Australian punter, but I'm not trying to pay money for a punter. I want to pay money and know that dude's going to be there. Hey, your career is at Nebraska. You sign a 4-year deal, we can talk about something.
How much
And
is
it
a
probably
five-year deal.
ain't even going to be market value.
How much is
That's what I'm saying. I don't got it like
How much is a 4-year
that.
deal to Will Compton? Like, what's that worth coming out of your bank account?
I don't have it. Those checks, you're sitting down with Coach McGuire and talks about people paying on time. Mine aren't going to hit. my checks aren't going to go through.
Dude, that's what I love about you, man. You're honest. You're an honest boy, dude. Jared Ladd. It's Jared Ladd at It's Jared Ladd. With WrestleMania coming up, who would Taylor and Will pick as tag partners to face off against each other in a match? Can only pick people who have appeared on the bus as their partner. Hashtag to your talk.
George Kittle.
Can't say the Miz.
Yeah.
Can't say the Miz.
Can't say the Miz. Can't say family.
I don't think you guys are gonna get it.
You said there's one right answer?
In my head.
Would it be The Miz?
Would it
Not
be
George Kittle? Robert Gallery? And Dominican Sue?
Rob Gronkowski.
You guys aren't gonna get it.
Kay Adams.
Jared Allen.
I don't think it's that obvious.
Jared Allen is a fucking beast.
I agree. Yes, he's a beast, but you made it sound like this is so obvious that there are no. There's only.
Right.
But you said there's only one right answer. Like,
To me, I'm picking Jared Allen.
did you hear everybody's
Jared
reaction?
Allen
You
does
said Jared
curling,
Allen.
bro.
Jeffrey Simmons.
He's a
Oh,
Jeffrey
Jeff Simmons.
That's a good pick.
I think I'd take Sue.
Yeah.
I'm taking Jared Allen.
The Sue would kill Jared Allen.
Yeah, but it's also WrestleMania. So you need somebody that has a little more flair.
Put on a
athletic
show,
ability.
too.
Yeah. Like,
I like Kittle. I do Kittle.
I think Kittle's great. I think Kittle's great. I think Travis is great. I think Rob Gronkowski's great. Really, you take the tight ends. I think you're in a good spot.
Yeah.
But I want to find
Greg
something.
Olson. Come on.
You know what I think would look good? Ripping around one of those leotards. Cam Jurgens. I think Cam Jurgens was kind of.
He gives off-
He's like an 80s WWE
Yeah.
superstar.
I think
He gives off
he
some,
would kind of get after
He
it.
gives off some mankind.
Because I could be
vibes.
like the smaller one, and he'd just be that fucking. I need a brute in here for a minute. I'd love to see Cam Jurgens. You and me just kind of on the sidelines having some water while Cam Jurgens and Sue kind of go at it, and they're both trying to like slap our hands. Like we'll hang back.
Sleeper pick.
Go ahead.
I'm thinking in the Dave Bautista, Rey Mysterio era, Diego Pavia.
Yeah, Diego Pavia.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. Who would be the worst partner?
Give me RFK Jr.
yeah.
The worst partner?
I think Shane might be. I think Shane would be the worst partner for WrestleMania.
Nate Bargatze's up there too.
Nate Bargatze would be up there, but I think Shane.
What about Wheeler Walker Jr.?
Yeah.
I don't know if Zach Top would do too well either.
Damn,
Yeah.
crazy shots.
What about Delaney Walker?
Clay would do great.
Clay Matthews, yeah.
Clean take.
Thank you.
Clean
Josh
take.
Pate, some Stone Cold vibes.
Yeah, Josh Pate would be awesome.
Get him out there one of them knee braces.
Yeah.
We might be able to build a team.
Yeah.
Start competing.
He's on the smaller side, but Spencer Lee, wrestler. No.
He'd be acrobatic. Clean take.
I think Bryce
big
Harper.
wrestler.
I think Bryce Harper would add a little bit of flair through the baseball helmet at that pitcher. He's got like
Yeah,
a
but you
little-
saw the accuracy with that throw, man. That was dog shit.
He was seeing red though.
You was
Yeah, that's
seeing
what I'm saying.
red, but
He's
you
got
gotta.
some-
Yeah, it's exactly when you're seeing red. I need you controlled.
He has anger
Right?
though.
I need you in there controlled.
Oh, I mean, dude, Michael Chandler.
Yeah.
That's a good pull right there.
Standing on top of the cage.
Yeah,
People are-
He just
people
do
are-
back too many
He
backflips.
put on a show.
Yeah,
People
Yeah,
are
man,
losing
Mike,
their,
we got to get to work. Fucking out there just doing it.
people are losing their minds in the wrestling world right now.
Why?
Because Pat McAfee like inserted himself to try and get like, I want to say it's Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. They're going at it at WrestleMania. Apparently ratings, business, all this stuff. Apparently, allegedly, I don't know.
Allegedly.
Stuff is down. Pat's trying to help revitalize like an attitude era. And he was out there. Did you see any of the clips?
No.
This is kind of a dead end conversation.
Well, you can just tell me what happened. It's part of the.
Pat goes out there and him and Randy Orton kind of like, I guess, beat up Cody Rhodes. And forgive me, I haven't been a wrestler guy since essentially the Attitude Era, The Rock, Stone Cold, all those guys, John Cena. But the wrestling world was pissed.
Why?
It was like the lowest rated show that they've had for what? A couple decades? I could be talking out of turn there. I don't know if anybody has anybody else. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Like, has anybody?
No.
Is this only on my timeline?
I believe so. Maybe I don't want to speak for the bus, but I believe
my time's the war in Michigan.
Yeah,
those are the two things on my timeline right now, and Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I've been seeing this stuff. I saw The Rock talking about, hey, Dad, what were you like in the 90s? I saw video.
that. I did see that.
I'm seeing the more Rock stuff back in the day when he was on the mic. But the wrestling world is in a tizzy over McAfee coming out with Randy Orton, trying to revitalize, trying to like give some juice to the wrestling world because apparently it's not doing well.
The new era is here though. Trick Williams. You see the WWE, they're starting to push him big time, and you can probably guess why I'm bringing him up. Not Greenville, but former South Carolina football player.
Come on.
And he was the champion in that league right below WWE, and now he's been on all the shows and everything. So keep an eye on Trick Williams.
I know
keep an eye.
This guy's been a guest on our show, but have you seen the clip of that pizza guy? The wrestler who swings dough around?
Yeah.
That guy I would love to be my partner.
We need him on the show.
I would love to have that guy, man. His energy is incredible.
He's undefeated too, I think.
Is he really?
I think so.
I mean, I feel like there he is, this guy. Looking like gangs of New York over here, right? That is crazy.
He's the butcher.
He's the butcher. He is the butcher.
I need you guys in the wrestling lore, man.
I used to be.
I don't particularly care about it.
You guys ever heard of TKO?
I just brought up a guy that throws pizzas at people. I know.
Like
I would say that I'm probably in it a little bit right now.
But apparently
nice.
TKO's getting involved in the creative. Wrestling fans hate that. Vince McMahon would have never, but now it's Triple H running it. They think Triple H is kind of bent the knee and TKO's kind of stepping over and making calls. You guys read up on it, bro. I'd love to get this. This is where we need George Kittle on the
Who's
bus.
that?
You don't know who that is?
No.
Come on, man.
No, I don't know who that is.
Who is it?
It's Triple H.
It's Triple H.
That's Triple H. Great physique.
Time to play the game. He'd rock the pedigree on dudes.
Yeah.
With the pedigree? Is that like the dog food?
Put both arms under your head, would be under the crotch. Get both arms over. Boom.
No shit.
Yeah. He had a sick entrance.
Maybe we should do wrestling, dude. We could be a great tag team.
Yeah, but you got to know a little bit about some wrestling.
I could figure out how to wrestle.
Like the crowd would hate us. The crowd would hate us. They'd be, these guys don't know what they're doing. They don't know what this sport's about.
If there's a guy that can throw dough at people, I can figure it out.
Triple H, Shawn Michaels. Remember Shawn Michaels, Triple H?
Oh, buddy. HBK?
Yeah.
Come on. Sweet Chin Music?
Yeah.
I think you got
Those
it right.
were the days, bro.
That was the peak.
Those were the days.
Used to love WWE.
All right, what's something that we would all be privy to?
I think you got it right at the beginning of this conversation.
What?
Dead end.
Yeah. If nobody knows on the bus what's going on
Will
in the wrestling
called it.
world.
Will
It's like I
called
like
it.
following it. I don't watch it. I don't like watch it every week. Like when I saw everything happen, I shoot to Dennis Kelly. I'm like, hey, what are your thoughts? Because I know Dennis loves.
He's still in
loves
it. He's
wrestling.
Still in it. I would catch him at the lunch table, essentially doing what you just did to us. Like there'd be guys like, "You guys watch this weekend? No, let me tell you." And he would like, break it all down for everybody. I know it says we're good to wrap here. I like to just say one thing. If you have a kid above the age of 5, do yourself a favor, get them a Nerf gun.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Get them a Nerf gun. There's something so powerful
Clean take
on the idea,
bro.
Clean take.
The Easter Bunny brought my kids little single shot unicorn Nerf guns. Very cool. Then my kids realized this is a weapon. Who's public enemy number 1 in our household?
Mm-hmm.
Myself. So the kids were coming over sideways holding the gun and clipping me at a point blank range. And I'm like, guys, listen, you can hit someone in the eye. Let's put some targets outside. And
Trying to be a good parent.
They'd giggle, recock it, and they had me doing the, hey, quit. Like there's no way to look tough when you're doing this.
Yeah.
So there's a lull, there's a break in the action. There's other kids coming over. We're going to hang out for a little bit. I go to Walmart and I found a $78 assault rifle Nerf gun.
Nice.
And we had a nice little brunch. During the brunch, I call it the red brunch because I just watched the Red Wedding. But we ate, and I excused myself, went to Meat Eater's closet, I put all the Meat Eater outfit on, including these pants, which I haven't taken off since, and went around the back, turned on Rob Zombie, Dracula. Parents knew. They all went in the house and locked the kids out. and they turn around and just see me in the ghillie suit, and I pumped all those kids, killed them. And then I bought 5 more guns, and we all had war fights for 4 hours.
You did. You smoked whoever was hiding under the
Win.
table.
That was win.
You just stared down at her. You paused for a second too, and then you just see.
Yeah.
He's standing over.
I thought about
I
not
told
doing
you to
it.
stop.
Yeah. I thought about not doing it. There was one dude. We were messing around. We were in the garden, and it was like the 3 kids versus me, and I would like post up an area, and we were like legit, like it was like paintball or Call of Duty or airsoft, whatever. It's like I was having so much fun and seeing the kids have a blast too. It was great. And during the break, because we had 14 shots in our clip, I'm like, hey, no one's shooting anybody, and I'm just putting the clip in, and I hear, pew, like one goes like by my eyeballs, and I look up and it's Win. She's smiling, like, honey, don't shoot right now. We're all getting ready to go. Go back to the clip. One behind my head, not listening. I go, Win, don't do it again. And then after the next break, I'm putting the clip in. I have like 5 bullets in there. And sure enough, one goes right past me again. I look at her, it's Win, she smiles. I put the clip in, cock it, and I hit her like 5 times. I go, stop doing that. What are we doing? She's like, why would you hit me? I was like, I asked you not to. So many times. And like,
She
you
was
can
dogging
get
you.
hurt doing this. You can hit me in the eye. So you had to get shot.
She's not respecting.
She's not respecting the game. So I had to pump 5 into her chest.
Yeah.
Breaking the laws of war.
Breaking the, yeah, exactly.
There are no
Rules
laws
of
in war.
engagement, buddy. Rules of engagement. Anyway.
It is like the best toy as a kid.
It's so much fun, dude. This morning they're out there target practicing, getting ready. Because when I get home today, before I go to Indianapolis, we're going back to war.
Going back to
Problem is the bullets last like 3 days because you lose them all.
Yep.
True. I've tried to. We have a whole bunch. We have like a big surplus of bullets, and I've told them like when you shoot, like you need to go and pick up your bullets, pick them all up.
Good luck.
I know we've already lost a bunch, but
Speaking of war, there's a war going on in Philly right now.
what's going on in Philly?
All the Jalen Hurts stuff.
Yeah, Clump. What's going on with that?
Clump, you're the Philly guy.
You're the Eagle guy.
Yeah, there's been some reports that Jalen Hurts is a bad teammate.
No.
He,
Come on.
He's the problem on offense. He doesn't want to run certain plays. He limits the offense. Just a lot of stuff like that behind the scenes.
As an Eagles fan, what is your opinion?
My opinion, without trolling, I think everyone knows I kind of mess around with Jalen Hurts, but it's pretty obvious that he holds the team back at times. I think he's very limited as a passer, and if he's calling the plays, I think that's a problem. I think the offensive coordinator has been fired now how many years? So it's a problem. And if no one's really coming out to defend him either outside of, I think the only person I saw was CJ Gardner-Johnson, who was supposed to be a friend of the show and couldn't make it happen. But I've only seen him defend Jalen Hurts, which is kind of crazy. Because usually when guys kind of get trashed like that, like everyone's out in the public defending him. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I missed some of them. But it's kind of telling that no one's really out there defending him. So not good. Not a great start to the Eagles season. And
It's kind of the last year where his guaranteed money lasts too, right?
You saw that they're not giving him.
I see that it almost seems like the team or the organization is positioning that this is the year to either make it happen or he won't be part of the team.
Didn't they win a Super Bowl 2 years ago?
Yes, and he won Super Bowl MVP. He did.
He won Super Bowl MVP, and then the OC went to the Saints, right? Kellen Moore.
Yes, Kellen Moore.
Right, and so he's had one down year, and all of a sudden you're jumping ship.
No.
He was never on the ship.
You just said he holds the team back at times.
He holds the team back on offense. He's a great leader, though.
Super Bowl
He's a winner,
MVP.
but he struggles throwing the football.
You bought us the kids book he made.
Great kids book, by the way. Did you read it?
No.
Your kids? No,
No.
neither of you.
No.
That's bad. We'll table
Doing
that.
airsoft
But
for us, dude.
So do you think Philly's overreacting?
The fan base?
Yeah, like you're talking about him jumping ship. Are you saying Jalen's the guy?
I got to look more into it. It seems like Clump's out on him, though.
I'm kind of like you on like sitting back because all this is not the anonymous smoke stuff. I know that's a conversation in itself. But I know like sitting back and observing it's like, do you see teammates coming out to go to bat for him? Because we don't know, like we're not in the locker room. Like we've heard a lot of variations of things out there on Jalen and just on the Eagles in general. It's like AJ's wanting out.
Mm-hmm.
The coordinators, he is on his 7th coordinator, which is shitty. But I wonder like if it's been a thing with the coordinators on why they've left. I know 2 went on to become head coaches, but I wonder if there's any. It's always so fascinating with Philly because they're all so psychotic. They all report on everything all the time. It's gotta suck to be under the spotlight if you're the QB there. But yeah, it's all It's all bizarre.
It's interesting that they have their roster too is like top to bottom the best in the NFL, and they had the production they did this year, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah. I mean, the offense was terrible.
The offense was not, it wasn't good at all. And it's just like it's not Jalen always. Like the route concepts weren't creative. Guys were missing their blocks on the inside, and like with Saquon, like everyone just kind of seemed like they played down this year.
But if you're paying Jalen what you're paying Jalen, which is over like a $200 million contract, right? Yeah. You need him to be the guy.
No doubt.
When it's struggling.
No doubt.
I think one thing that was funny from our Cam Jurgens episode, a lot of people complained, Dan Orlovsky included, that the Eagles should be under center more. And they really ran with that. Jalen doesn't like going under center because Cam's sweaty thing. I don't know if you guys saw that.
No.
Eagles fans took off.
It actually didn't even cross my mind when he said it.
The Eagles fans are a different breed.
Oh, yeah.
Different breed. If you are an Eagle, you love that fan base. If you're on the outside, it's like these motherfuckers are just different. But I would love for the fan base.
I feel like Philly fans got to hate each other at times.
Yeah, I love a psychotic fan base.
They are psychos.
Because you always have every like major program, major school has a top 5% that are truly psychotic about their school. Philly's just like, that 5% is like 50%. They're just a much louder version. I do love those guys. Because if you are successful, Jason Kelsey, it's like you get to live in infamy for the rest of your life. And you get to be Jason Kelsey, essentially.
Yeah.
Which I think is just awesome. You don't get that. Like, Jason's still going to have the same career. He's still going to make the Hall of Fame if he's on any other team. But because he's on the Eagles, because of the media, because of the fan base, like, he gets, like, the ascension is incredible. Still has all the talent in the world.
Yeah.
It's just with the Eagles, it helps him boost it up.
Jalen's going to be the headline every week going into this season.
Every single week.
Especially if they trade AJ. And it sounds like, according to Pro Football Talk, I believe that he's getting traded to the Patriots in June. He's like,
dude, and once AJ gets traded, bro, like, who knows what AJ's going to say?
Right.
That's true.
I feel like AJ. I feel like AJ will have like.
He'll have mysterious comments and quotes that tie, again, just feed the machine around all the conversations.
It's like when Taylor Swift releases a new album, the Swifties are all breaking down what the album's like and all the small intricacies.
Because think about this.
Yeah. Like when AJ will put a tweet out, the Philly fans will be like, that goes back to August 17th, 2000, whatever, when AJ and Hurts had this whole situation. That's a clean take. I've had a few clean takes, huh? I'm telling you, that pretzel thing is a game changer.
Because with AJ too, think about when he went there, him and Jalen, were they in person or on FaceTime? Like, they were like best friends.
Yeah.
Isn't Jalen Hurts AJ Brown's daughter's godfather, I believe? I think so.
I think you could be right there. But they're super close.
Yeah.
You can.
It's a soap opera out there in Philly.
It is. But when it's going good, it's going great.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they win, though,
they ain't gonna win.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna win.
If they don't win, my clean take, my Kevin's Natural Foods clean take, Jalen Hurts, 2 first-round picks, Joe Burrow to the Eagles. That's my clean take.
I'm not co-signing that clean take. You're not getting 2 first-round picks.
No, the Eagles give 2 first-round picks.
Oh, for the
and
Bengals.
Jalen Hurts.
And Jalen Hurts.
I'm kind of back on that train.
Imagine Joe Burrow on the Eagles. Just throwing it out there.
There was
win the Super Bowl.
There was a small scuffle taking place in the fall, late in the fall this year about Joe Burrow. Is he unhappy? What's going on? Look at these press conferences, all the things. And I feel like there was real conversations around like, will Joe Burrow be a quarterback for the Bengals in the 2026 football season? And it's kind of like fallen silent. I haven't seen anything on that since. Clean take.
Dude, clean take.
Is that real?
Is
that a real stat?
That's a real stat.
On Michigan Monday.
Well, you just had another clean take, so let me update that.
Okay.
You have his clean take.
No way.
I tell you what, we haven't.
See that?
We haven't heard from Dan Orlovsky.
Do you want to read that top thing? This is from Sherm. He's been keeping track of our clean takes.
Which thing, top or bottom?
The top one.
Taylor has 16 clean takes this episode, a new record
on Michigan Monday.
On Michigan Monday,
yeah. Oh well.
Hey, come on. All right. Like, normalize dudes celebrating dudes.
Dude, shout out you. Hey, that's a clean take. Put 17 on there. Record continues to grow.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One more clean take. Speaking of Michigan,
it's not a competition.
All right.
No. Your seats tonight for the game were great. Shout out to FanDuel for hooking you guys up.
Shout out to FanDuel. Thank you, FanDuel. Thank you, AJ and FanDuel, getting that done. That's incredible.
Shout out to AJ.
Too many clean takes this episode.
It's too many.
Clean take.
That's a clean take. That's too many. That's a clean take.
That's a clean take?
Too many clean takes?
I don't know, man. What do you got? Oh, you about to read ads?
Yeah, I was about to.
Before you get into it, could you do a little housekeeping?
Let's do some housekeeping.
For the Dads comes out Wednesdays, correct?
Yes.
So if you want to
get
watch
these shirts, PT Sickos.
PT Sickos right there.
PTTV.com.
Yeah, For the Dads. Hey, listen, we're this last couple Sundays, we've been ripping packs live. Instagram, 7 p.m. Central Time. We've been doing that, doing giveaways. You're the audience. So we'll be doing that. Keep posted at Taylor Lewan 77 or at Taylor Lewan. Those are my socials. You can find out
Check
what we're
them
doing
out.
there. Check them out. Got something fun cooked up right now. Go ahead, Willie.
Delaney Walker does Supercross on Saturday with Mitch. So look for
Yeah, that'll
that
be
vlog coming
fun.
out. Delaney Walker's in the chat. What else, dude?
What else we got going on? Spring tours coming up. The vlog's out.
Yeah. Shout out, Kevin's.
Shout out, Kevin's.
Okay.
This hat right here, dude. You can buy that hat on Michigan Monday.
BWTV.com.
BWTV.com. Michigan Monday. Let's get in the episode.
Okay, all right.
Clean day. Shirley Temple.
Clean day.
New flavor
You
with the
get these at
Olipop.
Drinkolipop.com.
Drinkolipop.com.
That's where you can get these.
What's the we got a little gift for the audience, don't we? Buy two, get one free.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Buy two, get one
You're
free.
shitting
Yeah.
me right now.
You can get them at the majority of stores across America. Drink Olipop. They're also on Amazon.
Yeah.
But you send in the receipt that you got two, you get one free. They pay you
Right.
back.
And I'm pretty sure you can go into the stores as well. They have these boys chilled sitting right there.
Oh,
You just go and pop those, no problem.
Oh yeah.
Olipop's kind of everywhere right now.
And a beautiful substitute if you're a soda lover because it's carbonated, it's flavored. 40 calories that I'm looking at right here.
Are you joking me?
Prebiotic fiber, 5 grams, I believe.
Any GMO?
Here's the thing I love about
6 grams of
Olipop.
dietary fiber.
Here's the thing I love about Olipop. Dietary fiber is huge and the sugar's so low. All right?
Yes, bro.
That's massive.
Let's see what Shirley Temple's got. 4 grams.
Right. And like, it sounds like it's pretty good for your gut.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's kind of good for your gut. So if you're a dad out there ripping, you're a PT sicko, you watch Bussin With The Boys right now, you're having little tummy issues, drink an Olipop. Drinkolipop.com. Go check it out.
Treat your gut right.
Treat your gut right.
Hey, by the way, this works at any retailer on any flavor. Just go to drinkolipop.com/BWTB.
But let's get into the episode though.
Let's get into it.
Do you want to read the Bud Light thing so we can get in the episode?
Yeah, my gosh. Guys, this interview with head coach Joey McGuire is brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Bud Light is always brewed with 4 simple ingredients for a clean, crisp taste. Anything for that clean, crisp taste of Bud Light and Joey McGuire. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL Draft, UFC that is now on Paramount Plus. Bud Light partners include the boys, Peyton Manning, Post Malone, Shane Gillis, to name a few. Also Bruce Buffer, the voice of the UFC. Stock up now on Bud Light. Head to www.budlight.com/locator to find a store near you. Guys, please, and gals, enjoy this interview with head coach Joey McGuire of the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this interview to bring you our sponsors. Form Energy. Form Energy delivers best-in-class taste with natural flavors and zero sugar. Form Energy has natural caffeine derived from green tea and comes in a variety of flavors like Screamin' Freedom, which is Rocket Pop inspired, Grape Smash, Blue Blitz, Orange Fury. It's perfect for those who put in the work. If you wake up early in the morning, you get a workout in and put in a full day's worth of work and still gives it your all when you come home, you are a Form Energy guy. Form Energy, we do the work.
Congratulations on Michigan putting the work and winning the national championship. We're also brought to you by Neutral. Neutral tastes great. And it tastes so much better than anything else I've ever tried. It's made with real vodka and real juice. Comes in a variety of flavors. My 2 personal favorite, pineapple and lime. And now there's new flavors you can check out. There's peach and blueberry. It's perfect for social occasions. Massive crowd pleaser, especially during spring vacations, college basketball, or holidays like St. Patty's Day or Mardi Gras. It's the perfect time of year, boys. Listen to me now. It is the perfect time of year to grab a 12-pack of Neutral for the game or grab a bucket deal in your favorite bar as you root on your team. Neutral, keep it tasty. Please subscribe. Back to the episode.
Great dude.
I just remember what was the SEC championship morning because we were in Atlanta. And he was up on the big screen. That's when he hit the crossbar.
Yeah.
Because there's the Big 12 championship going on the same day.
Yeah.
And he had the shorts. They're like 3.5 inseam.
Yeah.
You're looking at this cat like, man, he really is just your prototypical. Like if you're building a linebacker on the video game, like this is how I want him to look.
Yeah.
Had that strong mustache.
Oh, strong
mustache. I'll tell you what. I think you need one.
I mean, let me tell you, so we used to do stuff whenever I was in high school for the playoffs. Like, we'd, like one year we all wore sweater vests like Trezzel.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a picture of that. And we did mustaches one year, and you know, half the staff was like, "Coach, I can't even grow facial hair." I said, "Well, start now." And it said, "Fear the stash." And my wife was like, "I've never wanted y'all to lose more than any time in my." And she's the
no
most
way she hated it.
competitive. She hated it so bad.
That
So
is
every
funny.
time they mess with me about, "Hey, we're gonna grow one out there," she's like, "Yeah, no, you're not."
That's the one thing off the table.
Yeah, it's coming though.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
It's got to.
Yeah, we're gonna get deep in the playoffs or something and freaking shave it everything.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta.
Hold on. Are we rolling? Yeah, I'm rolling. Okay, great. We can start whenever. No, I think that's a great start. You feel good about talking about your wife's
always.
hatred for mustaches?
Yes.
Is that okay to be in the podcast?
100%. I don't think it's you though. I think she would love your mustache. I think it's just on me.
When I met my wife, I kind of told you like quickly how me and my wife met, how quickly we got married. And when we first met, I had like, you know, similar to that photo you saw of the kind of like the pubic hair beard going on, and I bicked it. And I met her that night, bicked it. The next day she's like, "Hey, I don't like this. Like I've always liked the mustache." So since that day, I've had a mustache,
There
and I've
you
only
go.
lost it a couple times due to bets.
Yeah.
Due to
You grow
bets.
back quick though.
It takes like a month
And
because
now
I
that you've
can't
lost-
grow here.
Yeah.
It's all like kind of scattered still, but this has always been my strong suit,
Yeah.
which I've always wanted a mustache as a
you go.
kid. the whole
And
thing.
just losing all the weight. Like
Yeah.
Even in your face.
It's been a huge win.
Well,
Dude, you
you'd
look
be-
great.
You,
This is the second time today. We've had to
I'm
go
just
back
gonna
to
say
that.
this, and we're gonna have this on record. How lucky is she
Yeah,
to have you as a husband? I mean, let's be honest.
We've kind of had that
Take your
conversation.
shirt off for me,
You
Coach
wanna
McGuire.
see what's going on under here?
No, so hey,
That is funny.
You would be a huge hit in West Texas because the mustache in West Texas is a big deal. Even before Jacob and the linebackers, the mustache in West Texas.
Something about a desert landscape and a mustache just kind of hits the population a little bit different.
No doubt.
I do appreciate that. I do love the fact that I'd be a high popularity here.
Yeah.
Should we keep?
Should we move on to the next
I feel
subject?
you feeling uncomfortable because the spotlight's
It's a
on
nice
you.
compliment.
I kind of
It's a
want to
nice
shine it even
compliment.
brighter.
Yeah, you are. You did a good job today just being like, I don't feel like Taylor wants this. Let me give it to him right now. Yeah.
I love that.
How do we get him uncomfortable?
Yeah. So football, Texas Tech.
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's going good, man. I mean, whenever I think, and Bob Stoops is a really good friend of mine, so reading his books and his book and everything, but talking to him and everything, whenever you start thinking about jobs and getting the administration behind you, getting everything behind you, there's no better job in the country than Texas Tech. Your president, his son's a football coach, right? So right there, you got him on your side. Our Board of Regents, we're sitting in the Dusty Womble Football Center. He's on the Board of Regents. We play on Cody Campbell Football Field. He's the chairman of the board. If you want to go eat at our nutrition center, it's the Cash Nutrition Center. Clay Cash, he's on the board. Tim Culp, he's on the board. He's a huge athletic fan, supporter, for the last probably 30 or 40 years. So there's no better alignment. And then this is kind of a joke, but it's not. My AD wore a jock. Like he did. Like he played linebacker at K-State. He's a Texas guy from Sherman, Texas. But I was actually talking to his position coach, who was the head coach at Lufkin, and I said, "Man, Kirby gets it." And he goes, "Damn right he gets it. He wore a jock." And so I work for a guy that's played the game, that understands. And so whenever you put all that together and you have a group of people that say, "Man, we're going all in," man, what better place to work for, Because the pressure's here no matter what. Like we all know, as a coach, I learned a long time ago, 2003, I was 31 years old, head coach at 5A high school in the state of Texas. And the superintendent said, "Yeah, if you win, you get to keep your job. If you lose, then we're going to fire you." And I realized real quick, then that's what it's about. So we have all the resources to win. So now it's all on us.
Yeah.
What's the relationship like? You mentioned Cody Campbell. He's somebody that's obviously a massive mouthpiece for Texas Tech, being out front, being in the media, telling all the stories. What is your relationship like with him? Like, how often are you guys talking?
He's my guy, man. Like literally, we have a group text, me, my wife, Debbie, Tara, his wife, she was a cheerleader here at Texas Tech. So, she is the same way. She is a passionate Red Raider. Like we're on a group text right now because I don't know, since y'all been walking around, you probably haven't seen, but there's a little riff right now with Commissioner Yormark and Cody. So,
what's the dust up?
Just, we're in the state of Texas playing on Friday night. And, Friday night, I mean, not only in the state of Texas, but we're in West Texas, and everybody's read the book, Friday Night Lights. That started out here. The origin of, like, when you start thinking about Friday Night Lights and the war and the movie and the sitcom that was going on, it started out here 2 hours away, or a little bit less than 2 hours away in Odessa. And so he's a West Texas guy, and he's been talking a lot about, like, Friday nights is for football in the state of Texas for high school football. Mm-hmm. Saturday is for college football, and Sunday's for the NFL. And, that's kind of how it goes in the state of Texas. And so we're probably playing Houston on a Friday night, and he's not happy about it. And I understand both sides, but it's kind of literally I'm going to group text, and they're texting back and forth about that. So it's literally
college football's
like,
trying to play on Friday. Yeah. Hey, we're in Texas. Yeah. Fridays for high school ball.
Right. And the conversation is always like revolved around like Friday Night Lights and which state is the best, who takes football the most serious. Like that explanation of Friday Night Lights, you just know you have to give it to Texas at this point.
Yeah. And man, I respect, like I played in the Herb Street Classic, and played a Ohio team. And man, it's just incredible the way they love their football. The state of Georgia, getting to know some people even before in the Under Armour All-American game. Jeff Simpson, he was the head coach a long time at Buford, Georgia, getting to know those guys. And, of course, what Florida, the athletes they have and the players that they have there. But, man, I'm just telling you just, like, honestly, let's drive around Lubbock, but let's go to the DFW, let's go to Houston. Like in DFW, there's probably 100 indoor practice fields that are every bit as nice as the one we have here at Texas Tech. That are high school indoor practice fields. I mean, there's no state that takes it more serious and backs it more. My last state championship game, 2014, we played in front of 54,000 people. Like, there's nothing like Friday Night Lights in the state of Texas. And so, got a little rift going on there. And I have to understand both, because I understand, how we have to push the Big 12 and TV and, is pushing all that and everything. And so I get it, but going back to talking to Cody, he was out here Tuesday at practice with a group of high school players. That his son's a freshman in high school, and then there's not at least once a week that we're not on the phone or we're not texting each other about something.
You ever just throw him a joke and be like, hey, we need to pony up some oil money for this boy we want to bring in?
There's never the great thing is the guys that we're talking about, it's never a joke, and he finds a way to get it done.
Yeah.
Like literally, that's the great thing. And it's, I always say you've got Red Raider Nation behind you, but there's really, Cody leads the charge. He's the, out front, the most vocal, all in, but you got Cody Campbell, his high school teammate, college teammate, business partner in Double Eagle, John Sellers, Dusty Womble, who started his company his junior year in college here at Texas Tech, Mike Wallace, he's from the Fort Worth area, but he lives in Midland, and then Gary Peterson, who is a big investor in Houston. Those 5 guys, like, if you need something, you get on the phone with those guys, they find a way to make it happen.
Yeah, it sounds like they're the deep state of Texas.
Yeah.
They can handle anything out there. The NIL landscape has like clearly changed so much about college football, and so many of these players are making so much money now. And it seems like other big schools like Texas Tech are a little more reserved, play it closer to the vest about how much kids are making or the investment they're putting into these young players. But when you look at Lubbock, Texas, and Texas Tech, like you just put on the game, like the BYU Texas Tech game last year, and there's a girl holding a sign that says, "I love oil money."
Yeah.
And you guys are just in the forefront, like, we know the new landscape of football and how everything's going, and we are fully embracing the idea of paying these players and everything like that. Was that a conversation that took place for you guys? Like, seems like with Cody and his team and all the resources you guys have, let's just stand at the forefront of this thing and be like, we pay our players, and this is what we're going to do because that's the new way of football.
I kind of think back like 10 minutes ago before we started all this, and I asked you how this got started. Mm-hmm. And, you told me the 3 stories, and you're like, we're out in front, and this is what took off. What's interesting, Matt Dowdy, he's our sports information director for football, and he and I talk a lot about like this year's narrative. But last year we embraced it to get everybody to understand that we're here to play. And we wanted the players around the country to understand that all the negative recruiting that can take place of like there's nothing out in West Texas, and what are the facilities like, and what are they doing? Well, you walk into the Womble Football Center, it's the best facility in the country. It goes head to head with anything that's out there. And then you turn around and we're sharing at the highest level. And so we wanted to make sure that everybody understood we're here. We're here for real. And it just is not a 1 year, not a 1 year deal.
Lightning in the bottle.
Yeah, it's not like, I love Cody. The Cody, again, there was a tweet about something, and he said, "I'm not going anywhere, bud." That was his. I've got all kinds of shirts of Cody quotes. Like literally, I've got because this all started after the Colorado game. This started way before that, but publicly it all started with, we had a fan that said, "Hey, we need you to go buy us an offensive line." And Cody's tweet to that response was, "I will." And if you look at our Matador Club, which was our collective, they sold "I will" t-shirts. And, it was like, hey, let's get behind this. And that really started, it started way back before that in July of a plan of us sitting down saying, we're going to go attack these two worlds that are colliding, rev share and NIL. Whenever the House was going to pass, there were two worlds colliding, and we want to take advantage of it. But that tweet, I've got a shirt in my closet in there in my office that says "I will," and there's a picture of the tweet of it. So you've got to love that. You've got to love that. Hey, we're upfront with it. And a lot of people weren't, that were spending more than we were, but they were not. They didn't want to come up front with it because I think they thought their logo was going to carry the power of what their logos have carried. And I think that's why we're the disruptor of college football. Our logo necessarily hadn't been in the forefront in this sport, and now we're trying to make sure that we're in the forefront and that we're staying there.
Yeah, it's like almost the respectable angle of clearly how much West Texas identifies with football, being great at football, and knowing that, hey, we're going to stand at the forefront. We're here, we're not fucking around.
Yeah.
We mean, yes, we'll whatever you want to say, I'll quote tweet it. Yeah, we're going to do this because we want to signal to every player out there in the country that, we are trying to find a way to be the best team in the country.
Yeah.
Does that come as, is that like a double-edged sword in a way, that where you're showing, hey, we're at the forefront of NIL, we are paying the players, we're making the best facilities. Are you getting these players now that are transferring with the thought process of, well, I know Texas Tech, they say they pay players, so their ask is probably higher than it would be to a different school?
No,
do you ever get that feeling?
No, I don't, because we have a really good plan of what we're going into negotiation with. We've got so even whenever before all this started, we really ran this program like an NFL. I had a personnel department, and they were really taking the guys to the coaches. We've evaluated all these players. We want you to look at them, but these are the guys that we really want to recruit. So we have a plan with that. I think last year it was really fun. It was a fun narrative that there was a lot of universities that got their tails kicked in whenever it comes to competing in the NIL world, that actually that offered more. There were schools that offered Lee Hunter a lot more than we offered, but he was a Red Raider, and so that was the out. You always see the anonymous different On 3 or 247 GMs anonymously say this, but behind closed doors, you realize that we beat you head to head, and we did. That was a great guy, Lee Hunter. We didn't pay more for Lee Hunter than what other people were paying. They were going to pay more. He just never left Lubbock. That is one thing made me nervous about Sorsby, of course, but when we identify guys that we really want, then we're very aggressive. We have a great relationship with these agents. And the one thing with us before this all happened, we never were late on a payment. We were never behind on any kind of, and you'd be surprised, guys.
You do hear stories.
I was going to say,
yeah.
Can you expand on that a little bit? Because I've heard some schools are offering X amount of dollars to these players, but the checks aren't clearing at the end of the day. And so you see the next year, the guy who's leaving, he's promised.
And there's a headline of the player suing the
this
school,
player is suing this school,
stuff like
$3 million, only $1 million clears.
Yeah.
And he's like, you guys promised 3. And they're like, well, we couldn't do X, Y, and Z. So the next year he's going somewhere else. So just expand on that a little bit. That I guess I'm not asking you to tell on schools, but some of these schools aren't paying their players the way that Texas Tech says and promises and eventually does do as well.
Yeah, it's changed a little bit from that perspective because you have the rev share and so, that's the school behind it. But before, I think what helped us so much, where we developed such a great relationship with these different agents, is there were schools that like promised X, and then maybe that kid came in and didn't perform the way that he thought they would perform, and they never got the money that they were promised. Or you did have guys saying, okay, you're getting paid on the 1st of the month. Hey, it's going to come on the 15th. Like that stuff really happened. Mm-hmm. That never happened here at Texas Tech. Not one time did that happen whenever it was just the true collective in NIL. So you have agents that are like, man, you really need to go check out Texas Tech. These guys, when they tell you something, then that's what's going to happen.
Right.
And then the thing that's helped us a lot too, and it's going to help us even more in a few weeks, at the draft, is that these guys are coming in. I love it, man. I'm not going to lie. I'm a social media guy. I love the negative tweets kind of fire me up and get me going and everything. But like, I love different fan bases saying, well, Romello Height was already a good player. Yeah, he was, but in his career, before he got to Texas Tech, he had 69 total pressures. In 1 year, he had 62 pressures. So something clicked in West Texas that made this guy a better football player. David Bailey had more sacks in 1 year than he did his entire career at Stanford, his 3-year career. So something clicked. One, we let our guys do what they're really great at. We didn't drop David Bailey. We rushed him. I don't know why you would drop David Bailey. So like we try to identify their strengths and let them play to their strengths. And then, so some of this stuff going back, like some of this stuff of like developing a relationship and a trust has helped us tremendously that we've been doing this, more than 1 year. We were doing it before, the rev share and the NIL collided.
Go ahead, Bob.
I was going to say with Sorsby, you mentioned Sorsby made you nervous. When you identify a player like Sorsby and how great he is, and when you are being aggressive for a highly touted quarterback that everybody's going to go after, what are you speaking to? Like when you say like you got nervous at times recruiting Sorsby. Yeah, because the nervousness was, man, he left. He went on another trip. The great thing, he is such a great dude. He has got a phenomenal family. His dad is Jamie is a stud. We were the one thing that like the people that talked were like, well, his girlfriend's going to come play volleyball here. Well, my director of player development has known Jamie since 2003. And I've known Jamie, not the way Dave knows Jamie, but I've known his dad since 2003. So we had a really good relationship with the family. And so whenever he said, Coach, I gave my word that I was going to take this visit. You have my word, I'm going to call you back whenever it's time to make the decision, but I'm going to take this visit. And not many people have walked out of this building that we've wanted. Most of them have shut down their recruiting. Yeah. Most of them have because whenever you get here and, you're saying, well, this team has this money, this money, this money, this money, this money. But when you walk in this building, if you love football, you love this building. This building's built for football geeks. And then whenever you talk to the coaches and what they're going to do with you and the plan we have, and then I think when you talk to our players on campus, which are our best advocates, and they're going to tell you, Coach McGuire seems a little crazy all the time, and he's always excited. He's like that every single day. Like what you see at Tech is what you get. Like the vibe today that you're going to walk around, you come back tomorrow and the TV cameras aren't with you, you're going to get the same vibe. You're going to get it's the consistency and the power in our routine is what's going to make us be the team that we're going to be and the program we're going to be. And so I think that made me nervous though, because he was like, man, Coach, and I was like, gosh, dang. And I went to Blanchard, James Blanchard's my GM, and I said, man, we got to have a backup plan. Right. I don't want a backup plan. Where was he going to visit after you guys?
I think it was LSU.
LSU.
Oh. Yeah. This is Lane Kiffin.
I love Lane. This is I do, man. And I know that he's, you think about what he's done in the portal. So that made me even more nervous because the dude has been incredible whenever he's at Ole Miss and even here with the roster he put together at LSU, man, the guy's, the real deal whenever it comes to the recruiting and stuff like that. And so, I was really nervous.
Yeah, but I just saw something yesterday that LSU put $40 million in their roster this year. So they're like one of the top 2-3 schools.
That stuff's crazy. Do you feel like the NIL landscape that we're in right now is sustainable? Because you have like, it feels like a ghost cap. Like every school's got $20 million, and then there's a split revenue deal. But it seems like, there's not really a cap. It just keeps going and going. You come across a couple of stories this year with what happened at Duke, what happened at Washington when that quarterback was going to go to LSU, and then teams get involved. Well, can we make them pay us for what we were going to set to pay that he had already signed?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is the realm that we're in right now sustainable in your opinion?
It's going to be tough with that. I don't know how long it is. I do think that's why, and I think that's why Cody, he was on that round table with President Trump. I want the cap at whatever we can get it to, and this is a good number for us, and it's a great number for the players. But there's going to have to put some guardrails around it at some point, just from the standpoint of like what are real numbers, and then. But again, it's tough. But right now, where we're at is just like last year. We're taking advantage of it. Like we're playing within the rules, and this is what the rules are. And so we're going to be in the forefront of what the money we have that we can go attack this roster with.
It's definitely an adapt or die type of mindset when it comes to Texas Tech. Like we're in the Wild West of NIL era. Eventually, there will be guardrails, there will be laws put in place, but you got to take advantage of the situation the best you can. And it seems like you guys have more than enough resources to make it all work right now.
No doubt. You go back, like when you guys played, or even like Johnny Manziel signing autographs, or you selling your jersey maybe for a tattoo, and like when what were we doing at that point? Like the reason it is the way it is because we didn't have people thinking of it the right way from the standpoint of these players should be getting X, Y, and Z, or they should be able to do X, Y, and Z. And so whenever it came to a few years ago, I guess 4 or 5 years ago, whenever Pandora's box opened, it's never going back. So, you can't, that's the one thing that we've really tried to do with our older boosters and, our older fan base is get them to understand, like, it's not going back the other way. Ever how you felt that it was going to be, this is what's good for us, and this is why we're going to win. Great thing is winning the Big 12. I had two, I think they're 75, 76-year-old Red Raiders played here, and both of them got tattoos for the first time of the Double T and the Big 12 championship, because they were so fired up about that. And,
that juices me up.
Yeah. I mean, one of them, we were in Dallas, and we had alumni luncheon, in the South Lake area, and he pulled it up and showed it to me, and he was so proud of it and so proud of what we had done. So, but there is a education behind it of trying to get your entire fan base to understand why this should have happened a long time ago.
Right.
And now why it's happening this way.
It is such a crazy contrast compared to when Will and I played. I remember from a compliance standpoint, if you went for breakfast, you went into the mess hall and you got a bagel, you could have a bagel, he'd give you a bagel, but you couldn't get cream cheese.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason, that was an extra benefit to whatever was going on.
Right.
Now these kids are making so much money.
They were downstairs I forget what the story and example was, like specifically, but he's like, oh yeah, he threw us $100 gift card and we got a free round of golf. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, you can't even, it obviously like stuff like that happened, but you couldn't let it get out. And I'm thinking to myself like, damn, that never happened when, we're back playing. Like when I got a mattress one time, like from one of my coaches, won't say his name, but I'm sure I've told this story before. But it's like he gave me a
and said his name and everything.
He gave me a Tempur-Pedic mattress, and he's like, just give me $1.
Yeah.
So that way, at least we have on record that there was a transaction that took place. Your hands are tied. You're not allowed to do that.
My biggest thing was I was at a restaurant in Ann Arbor, and I got a chicken sandwich and fries, and I went to pay, and they're like, it's okay, you don't have to pay on this one. I thought, a little bit of guilt, a little bit of like, hey, maybe I'm the man now.
You're not going to tell us anybody, right?
Yeah, you're nervous up
exactly.
too, though.
So there's clearly so many good things about, that for you guys with the NIL era. Last year, this time, you had 27 transfers. I think the most transfers in all of college football. And the narrative revolving around you guys was, hey, that's great. They have a lot of hired mercenaries, but how are they going to create them into a team? Clearly, you win the Big 12 championship. You go to the playoffs. We know it didn't work out the way you wanted, but you had a historic season for Texas Tech. What was your process this time of the year last year when all the spotlight is on Texas Tech of like, yeah, they've got talented players, but this is a team sport.
Bought their roster.
They bought their roster. There was all like, the people that were the haters were essentially being very loud about like, they're not doing it a pure way. What was your process as the head coach to like make these guys become a team?
Yeah. One, strong leaders, like you walked around with 2 of the 3, but like, I really do. Like, it's funny. It was a joke, haha, but also like even talking about this year, like I met with Ben and John. So Ben Roberts, our linebacker, and John Curry, our linebacker. And I said, hey, look, this is all on you. I did this same thing with Baron Morton and Jacob Rodriguez. This is all on you. If we win, it's because of you. And if we lose, it's because of you. And they both laughed. And I said, I'm joking, but I'm not. I can only do so much to bring this locker room together. You guys are in the locker room. You guys have got to cross over the line, the offensive line. The line of scrimmage. You got to go sit with the O-lineman, not with just the linebackers. You got to go hang out with, like, you guys have got to bring this team together. And I'm going to do all my stuff that I need to do to bring the team together. But we literally, when we came back from the portal, got all the guys in, the first staff meeting, I said, look, I expect the X's and O's to be right. Because, man, that's what coaches love to do.
Mm-hmm.
You go in there right now, they're drawing up plays. Like, that's what they want to do. So I expect that. I said, the only thing that matters is how close we can get this team together. And this is how we're going to do it. And it's our culture Wednesdays. We do breakfast Fridays. So we split the team up in a complete, like, split. It's not position groups or everything. We go all around. Like, we'll walk across the snooze. One group will be over there. One group will be at Red Zone Cafe. One group will be at Stacks. The coaches, training staff, strength staff, equipment staff, we all eat breakfast together and just talk about, just life, And so you do that, and that's all through January, February, all through June, July, just trying to do different things outside the building with these guys to bring them together. I think that's the key. And then always talking about it. Like, we talk about it all the time of, like, the magic's going to be how close we can get as a team. And, man, we did it last year. And what I'm proud of is, like, I love you said that, because I know you're not saying that, but that's what everybody else said, is the mercenary. Well, so Texas Tech this year was our 100th year. Spring 22 was my first full semester. We hold every GPA record in the 100-year at Texas Tech every semester, whether we set the record and then we've beat it or we've been a little below, like what that year. This team, the Mercenaries, we had 33 college graduates play Oregon, and that team had a 3.23 GPA. So if they just came here to play football and didn't understand the culture and going to class and this is what we expect and this is what you can get out of Texas Tech, they wouldn't have done that. Like, Lee Hunter, all he needed to do was pass 6 hours and be eligible to play, right? That dude had his best GPA in the history of his college, and he already has a degree, and he still had his best GPA. And so, like, just the mindset of this being a team and a family and bringing it together, I mean, that was the magic last year, and that's what we're trying to create this year.
Seems like your phrase "uncommon man" that the boys that were showing us around, saying hello to everybody. Yes, sir. No, sir. We walk in and we see the equipment guy, and they're like, "Hey, it's his birthday. Say happy birthday." We're like, "Hey, happy birthday, man!" And we walk away like it wasn't his birthday. We just say it every single day. It's small little things that build culture like that. Yeah. So it seems like you guys are. I love the room. I mean, I've only met 3 guys. I like what you guys are doing here. So
you're gonna love the team, man. It's we're getting there. You can feel little moments to where they're getting closer and closer together.
At what point last year were you like, all right, we have a team now?
Yeah,
this is an individuals. Now we have a team.
That was you had 2. You had one huge personality, and any NFL team that gets this guy, he is going to be, every person in the building is going to fall in love with him, and he's really good. It's Lee Hunter. And so Lee was kind of the key of bringing, he and Skylar Gill Howard, the key of bringing everybody together. You could start seeing the way Lee was talking and interacting with different people, that it was genuine. It was just not him being Lee. And man, we started seeing, like, we'd come out of Wednesday meetings, and my son's our running backs coach, Garrett McGuire, and he doesn't know anything else. Like, he was raised in Cedar Hill, and this is what we did. He played for Matt Rhule. Coach Rhule and I are a lot alike in a lot of different ways. And so he played for Coach, and then coming back in, knowing what we're trying to do, he would say, "Dad, it's coming, man. Like he would sit there and watch in our meetings, watch Lee and Romello. They actually sat right over here side by side, and watching those two guys start, he said the light's starting to come on. That was the connector, of what happened last year, and we're trying to do the same thing. Those three that walked you around, Sorsby's a big connector. Those guys like that, they're really bringing us. You met Jacoby, our young running back. Mm-hmm. He's become a big voice, and he's a bright light. Like he lights up rooms with his smile. So those guys are really starting to come together. But last year, it was right now in spring football, you started seeing the personality of the team come out.
When you were talking about when you were 31 and the AD told you either win this year, you're still with us.
Yeah.
If you don't win this year, like we'll have to go on to somebody else. So that pressure's always there, like you said. Did you feel it a little bit more last year? Like your first few years here, you have 5 wins or 5 losses, 6 losses. You're kind of in that mid-tier, like kind of average seasons, knowing that so much money was being attacked with we're going to be this NIL team. We're going to get you as a head coach, knowing we're now in such a different landscape. Like this is kind of a first iteration of having 27 transfers or all these new guys coming in. A lot of money's backing it. Did you yourself feel a little bit more pressure on last year? Now that you went 12 and or you went, what was your record?
12-2.
12-2.
Yeah.
Now that you went 12-2 and look back on it and be like, hell yeah, we all guys, we figured this shit out.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna keep the pedal to the metal. But last year, knowing that you've been fired from jobs, you've missed out on jobs, whatever it is, like did you feel a little bit more pressure going into last year?
Oh, 100%. And it wasn't the pressure for me. Man, I love this place. Like you don't hear my name out anywhere. Like, because most times, like I know you guys and different people will talk about different coaches, but the majority of coaches' names are being pushed by their agents. I mean, that's how the name, and my guys know, Alex knows, man. Like, so the pressure for me was how much I love this place. Man, I am so fortunate because I get to work for my friends. Like Kirby Hocutt, my AD, he is a good friend of mine. We talk all the time, but we do stuff outside of being my boss. Dusty Womble is a good friend of mine. Cody, we talk all the time. And so like the amount of money and the amount of support they put behind me, I didn't want to let them down. Like it was more that than anything, that man, I wanted to make those guys right. Because those were the same guys. They were 3 of them. There were more, but they were 3 of them that chose me to be their head coach. They were on the interview committee, and they could have picked a lot of different people, and so they picked me. And so, like, I want them to be right, that they picked the right guy, but then I also want them to be right that man, going all in and putting putting the money all in, that we can do it here at Texas Tech, and so I think that was such a big part of the pressure. I mean, I'd be lying to tell you.
If I'm hearing you right, you mentioned the agent thing at the top. If I'm hearing you right, it's you have a great relationship with all of them.
Yeah.
And you want to be at no other place.
Yeah.
So knowing that in your shoes, in your chair, knowing that agents can also, if you can foresee of like, this could be the year where I have to put up or shut up because of the average years and they want more out of it.
Yeah.
You want more out of it yourself. But knowing that I'm going all in this year, an agent, like I don't want my name floating around anywhere. You kind of have yourself in a, adapt or die.
Yeah.
Like you have to figure it out. Or then you say you have a bad year, you get canned. You're like, well, shit, if I would have known that my relationship's based here, if I would have gotten fired, I could have started putting my name out there, but you didn't want to because you only want to be here. Am I hearing that?
100%, man. 100%. I said it on the day they hired me, and other couple of really funny conversations. We can bring one up with Cody here in a second, but man, like I'm a Texan. I was born here. I was a high school coach for 23 years. That's what my DNA is. Went to Baylor for 5, and I don't want to coach outside of the state of Texas, number one. And number two, like when I die, I want people to say, man, he was a great dad. You know, like, man, he loved his family. That, man, he poured into his players. Like he loved his players. Like they could always call him. Like at the end, whenever they're standing up and the players are like, man, there was never a time. And they're telling jokes about you. And you remember when coach did this and coach did this and this practice like we talked about and everything. But on the other side, whenever it comes to coaching, I want people to say this dude did something that nobody else had ever done. We did that at Cedar Hill. You know, they had never won a playoff game in the history of the high school. They started playing football in 1932. We went 16-0 in 2006, won the first playoff game, won them all. You know, we left there as the winningest coaching staff in the history of Cedar Hill football. I know who I'm chasing. You know, Mike Leach is the man in West Texas, you know, and he won 84 games and they had never won a Big 12 championship. We did that this year. So like stuff like that also drives why I want to be here at Texas Tech, you know, because I know that they've never done things that we can do. And that, you know, drives me too, as you know, on the kind of maybe the, I don't know, the arrogant side or like the side of like the other side of the
competitor side.
Yeah, the competitor side of like
what's
stuff like that, you know. That's what I want to do. So that's one thing. And then, man, I'm telling you, Lubbock, Texas, West Texas, guys, like you guys are dads. This is a great place to raise a family. This is a great community. Like we go up in a helicopter right now. This community of 300,000 people are built around this university. It is a true college town. And if you wear another logo in this town, they're going to call you out for it. Like you better have the double T on. You better be wearing red and black and supporting the Red Raiders. And man, that fires me up to be in a place like this.
Juice me up, man.
It's gonna juice me up because Texas football.
Yeah,
I'm a Texan.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys play the Longhorns?
There's two in state that we'd love to. You know, we're still trying to work it out because we love to play Texas. You know, it's a long-time rivalry, and Texas A&M, long-time rivalry. You know, both of them. Just trying to figure out. You know, we would love to. So if they got an opening and whenever. I'm in COVID. I told my wife I felt terrible. We're sitting on the back porch drinking a cup of coffee, and I said, "Baby, I love you, but I'm never going to retire." And she goes, "Well, why?" And I said, "I can't do this. Like, I've got to be around the players." Like, I was getting depressed on a Zoom, like Zooming my players because we never knew we were going back, you know. So we were doing all the meetings and everything, and I'm like, I can't do this. Like, this isn't me. So I always say I'll never retire. So if we can schedule out, you know how schedules are. They're 20, 32, 20, 35. I mean, whatever we have open, man, we're ready to jump on.
Yeah,
you're ready to dominate. I feel like
state.
I'm going to be here.
Yeah,
so.
Dominate the state, win the state of Texas. You're probably going to win it all.
Yeah.
Talk about being a dad, and when you pass, when it's all over, you want to be recognized as a good father. Your son is on your staff with you now. What is that relationship like with him? Coaching him, being around the players. If he messes up, how do you attack that as opposed to attacking one of the coaches that aren't your blood? It's got to be awesome in a lot of ways, but very unique and maybe some hurdles to jump over as well.
Yeah, really fortunate that he played for me. So, you know, I know some guys do, but like he was always wanted to say coach, you know. So like if we were in the car driving home, he'd say dad, but like in the building, he'd always, you know, say coach, and still now. And I treat him the exact same way. My son's kind of an ass. Like, and I mean that in a very loving, endearing, like I need that because he's one of these guys that first he's a football geek, you know, and I'm telling you right now, being a proud dad, but also being a football coach, I'll put him up on the board against anybody. You can raise somebody from the ground, or you can go get the guru.
What about Sean McVay?
McVay, I'll put him on right now. That's my dude. I love Sean. I don't know Sean, but I watch a lot of his stuff. I use a lot of his stuff. And like, I promise you, like him and Sean would geek out together. Like, you know, Garrett's, I think that's why him and Coach Rhule got so close. And it was really cool how that happened. But like my son, like he calls me on anything that is not our standard and not what Red Raider football is supposed to look like. So that's a good thing. But it's awesome because Mama's really happy, you know, getting her baby back home. He's marrying a Lincoln girl. She was a cheerleader at Nebraska. They met whenever he was at Nebraska.
Go Big Red.
Yeah. And
at least the colors the same.
No doubt,
you know what
man.
I mean?
No doubt. You know, and two college towns. So she's really enjoyed Lubbock because it's not, you know, we don't get as cold as what it is in Nebraska, but she's enjoyed that. But like it's great having him on staff. And then it is great having him, you know, just being in the building and man, he's not very old. He's 27 years old. So, you know, he really, I think I relate great to the players and everything, and have always been a player's coach. But, you know, he's got a really good ear to the locker room.
He understands TikTok.
Yeah, he does. He gets all that stuff and everything like that. And so, you know, it helps me. And it's big to have him in the building, really big to have him in the building.
You've brought up Matt Rhule a couple of times, how good your relationship is.
Yeah.
His quarterback last year, a lot of similarities between him and an ex-Texas Tech football player.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
When he entered the transfer portal, a lot of people were saying that this specific quarterback was probably going to go to Texas Tech, and there was a release. I don't know who it was, but it said Texas Tech said, Patrick Mahomes, this Raiola kid is not going to come to Texas Tech. Was that a conversation between you and Matt Rhule?
It was. You know, Coach and I have a extremely, like literally, I seen him a text the other day, say, man, I just want to tell you how much I love you. Like I wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for working for Matt Rhule, because the stuff that I didn't know about college football, literally within about 3 to 4 weeks, he brought me in his office and said, hey, you're supposed to be a head coach. Let me show you how to do this stuff. And it had nothing to do with football, had nothing to do with the locker room culture or anything like that. It was all just like scholarships and managing a roster and, you know, academics and just all the stuff that really in the high school side of it, you didn't have to go through because you were coaching who you got and, you know, stuff like that. And so he and I, like, we'll talk all the time. And there is, like, I even called him, like, you think about this, Garrett McGuire is my son. I called Matt Rhule and said, Coach, I would like to bring Garrett home. I would love to hire him as my running backs coach. I want it to be okay, though, that you're good with it, because we do have that relationship. Like, you're going to have a deep conversation if a Red Raider is going to be a Nebraska Cornhusker, or if a Nebraska Cornhusker ever is in the transfer portal and going to be a Red Raider. Like, there's going to be a real conversation of two coaches and two guys that are brothers that are like, you know, how is this good for you? Is this good for me? How's that going to affect? Got a dang fly.
I was going to say, we got to get I'm like feeling
right at it because you're
right there.
You know, sucker's a big one too.
It's a big
West Texas fly.
West Texas fly. That thing was buzzing for a second.
Yeah.
So if
there's buzzing with the boys, man, it was like serious.
So if there's a Nebraska,
so I guess it's bussin' with the boys. Yeah, not the buzzing. I like it, bussin'.
Yeah.
But there is, like, I called him and said, hey, Coach, you're going to hear a lot of stuff just because the similarities and stuff like that. I said, this is who we are identified as the guys that we really like. If anything changes, I'm going to give you a call. Like, I just have too much respect for Coach. Like, and there's a lot of guys like that, man. I mean, you know, are just coaches in general. If we'll reach out to each other and have real conversations, I think that's where James Blanchard's done a really good job with talking with, he's made really good connections with different GMs. So there are conversations like that with them. But, you know, like, I mean, I reached out with, I locked up the new head coach at K-State, you know, and said, hey, look, I don't know what you're hearing, but you're not hearing, that's not coming out of our camp. Like that's because here's the one thing we didn't talk about with NIL. We are the drivers of driving NIL money up from the standpoint of how we're being used. Like if you come out, both of y'all are coming out, you know, and you get in the transfer portal, well, shoot, your agent's going to say, hey, yeah, Texas Tech's talking to them. Well, all of a sudden the conversation changes, and half the time we're not even talking to these kids. Like, I'll have to call a coach and go, Coach, we're not talking to this kid. I don't care what their agent says. We're not. They're trying to get your money driven up.
Raise the money.
Like, brother, we could have 8 hours and sit here and talk about these fucking agents.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
The agents, the amount of money they're taking from these kids, the amount of things that are going on behind
just a
closed
slimy
doors.
ball that happens.
Well,
is there any specific situation?
There are. Like, there's real guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are real guys that are in this that understand. And, you know, we all know they're in it because they've got real players, or they've got guys that are going to be, that are good, that are keep growing. And they want an opportunity after this also to represent them, just like you had guys in the NFL. But then there's also a collective of guys that like this is really happening. Like, I really don't care how many clients I have. It's just a number system of like, I'm taking 10% and maybe I have 100 guys or more, and it's just 10% of whatever it is. So it could be a number of 10,000, or it could be, and if I hit on a guy, it's even better. So there are some guys out there that it's frustrating. That's another thing at some point.
Then when you have a frustrating situation, you can't come off and be too frustrated because you could still be doing business with them.
Yeah,
for another guy.
Yeah, or you have guys on your team that use different guys that are all using the same guy.
10% for a player is just, I think,
crazy.
Well, that's why there's got to be 20. If it's a full agency, they could be asking.
Like a multifamily home setup where they're also doing your finances and all. That's just
That's why that's one thing. Like when we start talking about regulations and stuff like that, like that's the thing that we've got to get to. Like when we're talking about, there's salary cap, the agents are registered just like in the NFL, stuff like that. Because I will tell y'all this, I'll be the first one, and I don't deal with the agents. I know what all my guys make. I have the spreadsheet, but my GM does everything whenever it comes to negotiations and everything like that. But whenever we would rather deal with agents, like than an uncle or even a mom or dad. Like we would rather deal with somebody that's in this world, because at least they do have some sense of, maybe they're driving a price up, but they still have some sense of what this player's worth, NIL value wise. And so at least you're not saying it's some crazy, for the most part, some crazy number that's like, I don't know, man, like, I don't know where you're getting that from, but that's not the world we live in.
Yeah. Understanding the market and the value of the individual player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Big 12. There's last year it was, as of right now, everyone's kind of saying Big 10, SEC.
Yeah.
And then everybody else. What needs to happen in the Big 12 for you guys to put yourself from a national standpoint, that conference, up with the big dogs?
Well, TCU did it whenever they beat Michigan.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That was
not aimed at you. That was not aimed at you.
Whoa.
Well, I'm going to
go
on and
fly
tell you.
at. Where's that
D tackle?
That was not. Away, all of a sudden you're in flow state now.
My point behind saying that is we have to win in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like we have to win in the playoffs because, all right, I'm also of this opinion that if Georgia and Alabama or Michigan and Ohio State were in the Pac-12, the Pac-12 still would exist. Like you gotta, to me, understand that there are schools that carry the Big Ten and the SEC, and I know, like, I was so fired up that Vanderbilt won this year, man. How great is that? And then their head coach is a stud, man. I don't know him very well, but I've started getting to know him because we're on some committees together and fired up. But, like, there are top-heavy, and all of a sudden that top-heavy conference of, like, Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama, Georgia, put Texas in there for sure. Then all of a sudden, like, this is the greatest conference there is, I think there's some of that, the patch on their jersey gets way too much credit. It didn't happen this year, but let's go back to last year. The Pac-12 won the Big Ten. So Oregon won the Big Ten 2 years ago. And all of a sudden they had a patch on their jersey that made the Big Ten a better conference, or made them a better team because they were in the conference. Texas was a Big 12 team that played in the SEC championship. So, like, all of a sudden they changed patches and their team changed. So I understand the SEC and the Big Ten and appreciate it and respect them. For us to be where we need to be, we've got to win in the playoffs.
Right.
Like, we've got to go win in the playoffs. And it was disappointing that we didn't play well on offense that day to have a better showing, because defensively played lights out. Like, that was one of the best defensive games that all year long. We just, because you think about how many times we were put in such bad situations and still stayed in that game. We didn't play well, on the offense.
So. Yeah, the score definitely doesn't indicate the full 60 minutes Did you feel some type of way when they went and scored late in the game?
No, I love Dan. I get it. I think he would rethink that. That play is where his running back broke his collarbone.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you this, I learned something off of that game. I learned a lot, and we're still learning. But I did learn that no matter what's going on and no matter how you feel about the dude across from you, if you got that game won, maybe not early in the season because you're trying to still move up and all the pretty points and all that stuff is real. People can say it's not, but it is. But whenever you're in that game and you've got that game won and you've got a game to play the next week, there's that dang flag.
I
brought it back in after that Michigan. I was like,
but if you have that game won, man, kneel the ball and get to the next game. Really. So one thing we haven't talked about, we have an analytics company that we work really hand in hand with, and there was a point in the season that they said, look, you've done enough. Just win the game and get your guys out. Literally, you're going, we couldn't lose.
Done enough to solidify a spot in the playoff?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were like, you can't lose, but if you've got the game under control, get David Bailey out of the game. Get Jacob Rodriguez out of the game. Some of that. And so some of that, I didn't, they kicked our tails, man. And I think it's funny though that how short-sighted or how our minds forget, everybody, even Dave Campbell, which is the Bible of Texas high school football, even their group that they do the college, they were like, yeah, they got boat race. And I'm like, and they keep saying the Big 12. And I'm like, Oregon was the number one team in the nation in 2024, and it was 34-7 at halftime. In that same bowl game, it was just at the Rose Bowl.
Right.
And so nobody wants to talk about that because they were in a different conference versus it's the Big 12, and so some of that stuff, at the end of the day, we got to win. We got to win in the playoffs. We want it to be us, but whoever's in that spot, and if it's multiple spots, then we got to win in the playoffs to solidify ourselves in a different light.
Yeah, it's like essentially for the Big 12 to start getting the weight of the patch. It doesn't have to Texas Tech clearly is holding the weight. You guys went and you played a competitive game against Oregon, but you need your BYU, your Utah, Houston. You need these other schools to kind of also be what seems like more competitive and have multiple teams in the playoffs.
So that way the conference can carry some weight as well.
Yeah.
Because there was an argument last year that BYU could have been in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
Because a certain conference protected another team in their conference. I won't say their name, Alabama. Kind of got carried into the playoff even when they just got boat race in their conference championship game.
I think that is a great comment leading to a good question is if you only have one loss in a season, you go play the Big 12 championship and you lose that game, and let's say you get blown out.
Yeah.
Do you deserve to be in the playoff at that point?
If I get blown out, I don't think I do. Now, if it's competitive,
I'm saying
my
blown out.
out.
It's the opposite. That was your argument.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm saying if I get blown out,
they
but
beat BYU pretty good.
They beat BYU pretty good, but with Alabama getting in, they got boat
and I was pushing BYU because I thought they lost to one team, and so it just happened to be twice, but they lost to one team, and I was pushing BYU because where I was really pushing those year before, it was embarrassing that they didn't get in because. If you want to talk about, and I love Rhett Lashley, so this is nothing about, I get myself in trouble. I got myself in trouble with the Catholics. I love the Catholics, right? But I said something about Notre Dame, and the next thing you know, I told Freeman, I said, man, I'm the anti-Catholic. I'm not, man, I love you guys. But it was embarrassing BYU didn't get in the year before because they beat SMU head-to-head at SMU. And then SMU got in the playoffs, and they didn't even win their conference. So you should have gone back to that game because I believe they had the exact same record. You should have gone back to that game and said, okay, who should have got in? It was the same thing with Miami and Notre Dame, and Miami got in. BYU should have got in the year before, and so.
So are you of the stance that Notre Dame should have been in the playoffs?
I would have put Miami in the playoffs because of the head-to-head. My stance for Notre Dame. My stance is everybody should be in the conference.
Yeah.
And period. You can't have, no matter if you think the SEC is better than the Big 12 or the Big 10 or whatever, AC, whatever that is, you can't have a metrics that you're playing this way and then somebody else gets to play this way.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think that's like the same. Like, so don't complain about it, if you don't get in, and that's good. The Notre Dame fans are going to get pissed off.
They'll be mad about that, but it's all
right. They got.
That's
me.
just my thought. That's just my opinion, man.
No, it's your opinion, but also like if you don't want, like you obviously have a luxury being an independent school because you had to essentially choose who we want to play, and their schedule last year was Miami and Texas A&M. They lost those 2 games, and the rest of their schedule was, an
ACC schedule.
Yeah, an ACC schedule. So at the end, it's like, you guys hurt yourself because you're not in a conference. If you were in a conference, let's just say it was the ACC.
They would have probably been in the championship.
They'd probably been in the championship. And if you're in the championship, you play Miami, and then you have to finally figure out who's in it.
Yeah.
So I agree with you.
Where the committee messed up was having Notre Dame so high when the rankings first came out.
That's
because they manipulated the system to push Notre Dame out.
If the if the committee, because clearly it's so much of a publicity move to have like this is
committee, don't get mad at me. Just kidding. No, I like it. I love this.
There's the last thing I'll say about it.
This is what I love about y'all. Y'all are great. Like, I'm so glad y'all are doing this. The same way with Josh. Like, I love this stuff. I listen to it all the time and everything. And, turn on when I get in the building, I turn on Barstool. It is great it is so good for college athletics and so good for college football because you guys have played it. You get it. Like you wore jocks. Mm-hmm. Like going back to Kirby, like you get it. So whenever you're talking about this stuff, it does. Like it is real. Like we weren't in the room, but guys, this is what happened.
Yeah.
Like come on. We weren't in the room, but let's be honest.
But we know what happened.
We know what happened.
Like having the AP poll and then having the college football poll, obviously it's going to get clicks. It's going to make money because people are going to talk about it. That's what you want circling around college football. But if they would have just came out with the bracket that they ended up with, there's not these arguments going on right now.
Or just like, hey, you messed up, take accountability for it.
Don't
try to be
up.
like, we really started to look at the head-to-head. It's like bullshit. You weren't looking at the head-to-head until it just made sense in your mind.
Right.
And then Alabama got blown out in the championship game, so you got to figure out, okay, we can't let, we got to reward teams for being in the championship game. Well, okay, BYU was in the championship game. They were sitting in the same stature with only losing on one team.
And
you kind of just mess yourself up by just being like, hey, we messed this up. Miami obviously proved it. They made it to the Natty.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, we messed up. Here's where we went wrong. Like people just want to hear the accountability.
And this is without even getting into the G5 conversation. I'm just leaving 2 slots in there, and you're like, what are we doing? You don't have to comment on that.
No.
I'll comment for you.
But just for me, like this is a whole reason that we need to blow this thing up. Like because one thing, whenever you're sitting there talking, you said the AP poll. Like the reason we have the AP poll is because we've always had the AP poll. The reason that we have bowl games in certain places because we've always had bowl games in certain places. Like I respect and totally, I'm a traditionalist in a lot of ways, but man, I don't want a 25-day layoff in the most important game that I could play in my entire life.
Couldn't agree more.
And so the reason we don't is because we're still doing the stuff that we've always done. We're not fixing anything. We're not fixing, like for me, if you disagree that there should be 24 teams in the playoff, you're right. But that's the only way it's going to blow up because then they have to fix it. Like if you go 16, TV's like, hey, we've got that built in. You go 24, it doesn't. And until we blow it up from the TV perspective and reshuffle this whole thing, we're going to have Signetti's the only dude that's been able to do it in 2 years. And he won it all. He's the only guy that's figured out how to have a 25-day layoff and still win that game.
Yeah, man. And that schedule is brutal.
I don't even
this next year the Natty's even 25th. Farther out. Yeah,
in Vegas.
That's just nuts.
What a place for the Red Raiders to go visit, man. You talking about Vegas? A fan base? If y'all want to party, you can find out where we're playing a bowl game, and you come to that party.
I love that.
Red Raiders, Cornhuskers, national title next year.
I'm all in, man. If we can make that happen, let's go. Let's book it.
Rhule versus McGuire.
Yeah. Now that Debbie's on this side, she'd feel better because she was so worried. It was 2 years ago. She was so worried that we're going to match up in a bowl game. And she's like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because Garrett was on that staff. And I said, you're going to root for your husband, baby. That's what you're going to
do. What would the point spread be right now between Texas Tech and Nebraska?
I think it'd be good.
Who can even call it right now?
I think it'd be really good. They got some.
I think it'd be like 20 and a half.
Oh, I don't know, man. Golly.
You're hammering the Huskers.
Yeah.
Am I?
Plus 21 and a half.
I think it'd be tight.
Oh, so you're already admitting you're the underdog.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying you were the one who said that.
I just said 20 and a half.
I got us favored, but we all know I got us favored. I'm delusional.
I love it. No, man, I love it. Ride, man. Ride with
Nebraska. Yeah, Nebraska and Texas Tech in the national championship would be a sight to see.
It would be awesome.
It would be a sight to see.
It would be awesome.
It'd
100% be a disruptor in college football.
There's no doubt about it.
So you're saying the way to disrupt it all is to go to like a 2014 playoff?
It is, because that's the only way. Unless everybody says, okay, TV, come back to the table. Let's fix this broken system of y'all think about this, man. Like, we went 16-0 and we played our state game on December 23rd. And we still played 16 games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're sitting playing on January 25th and we're sitting there saying we're playing the same amount of games. And so why? It's because, it's not a bye. You don't get the bye. I said, hey, we want the bye. And I started thinking, this is not a bye. Like, this is starting camp all the way back over.
Right.
Like, that's where, honestly, we're thinking about it right now. Like, I had to go to a deal, it was a 2-hour drive to Amarillo, and me and my chief of staff literally planned out, okay, if we're in the playoffs next year and we have a 25-play layoff, maybe we should start camp all the way back over and like install every 3 days we're doing this, like totally take it away that we just got through playing a season, but take it that we're back into camp and how we're going to do it. Like
seasons.
Doing something like that, because so if you go 2014 TV, it forces TV back, and now you're probably eliminating the conference championships, and you're doing it just like FCS. But if you think about it, high school football, they play every 7 days. The NFL, they play every 7 days. FCS, man, it's worked for a long time. They play every 7 days. Like, you would get back to having if you wanted to stretch it out a little bit, you could at least get back to having your national championship around like the 8th or 9th instead of the 25th. To where I'm trying to find where my seniors' lease was up and where they're going to live for a couple of weeks because we're in the playoffs. Like, nobody ever talks about that. We're playing a fall sport in the winter and spring semester. Football's not supposed to be played that way. College football, the NFL is, but college football is supposed to be over.
Yeah, you want, like, if college would go more to like NFL, where it's like, hey, best record in the division, you guys are champions.
Yeah,
this is your seed. Now you go in, like, conference championship's done. That's your bye week for your 1, 2, 3, and 4 seed.
Yep.
The next week after that, you're in
playing.
Yeah, and you're finish up the game January 1st.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The national championship should always just be on January 1st.
No doubt.
And then you're just all the way through, because then the bye week actually means something.
Yeah.
As opposed to getting all this time off.
Yeah.
It does seem like a very broken. It seems like we're in the process of an evolution of college football, and we just won't give up this last thing because of the Rose Bowl and the sugar.
It's funny. I literally, when you said January 1st, I was like, I guess we're going to have to play in the Rose Bowl every year, because we won't give that. They won't even give that slot up.
And it's truly like the purest, the history with the mountains and the sun going down, all of it. It's incredible.
Just I want to play in it.
Absolutely. But when I was in Michigan, that's all we thought about was playing at the Rose Bowl.
There's so much change happening in college football. It feels like those are the couple things you can latch on to be like, you're not going to take this from us.
Right. We'll bend the knee to
without understanding the bigger picture. But
which is okay if we cut the 25 days down, and let's say you're still having the Rose Bowl. And then, but if the Rose Bowl is a semifinal game, are they going to have to move that date because it didn't align with, or is I don't know this, is the Rose Bowl always going to be a quarterfinal game?
Mm-hmm.
Can they never get to semifinals because the semifinals is not right now on January 1st? Are they going to, like that?
Yeah. Let me ask you this. How do you feel about teams that have a bye not having a home game?
Yeah, I loved what Dan said. Lanning, and I'm a big fan. We've played twice. He's beat me twice, so I'm 0-2 against Lanning, but I really, he's a bright young coach that I think is carrying college football. Like, I still think I'm really young and have as much juice as he is, but I'm an older guy, and so like guys like that, you want really good coaches to kind of carry on college football. He's definitely got a big voice, and I loved what he said. He goes, man, we should have been playing in Lubbock, Texas. We shouldn't have been playing in the Orange Bowl. We should have been playing in Lubbock, Texas for this second round game, man. At the end of the day, man, I think it'd be incredible, and it'd be incredible for this town, you know, and just this fan base, and it'd be a great environment.
That's one of the things that make the NFL so much fun is like when the playoffs hit.
Yeah.
And you have to go into
Who's got home field?
Yeah, Kansas City, and it's freezing outside. And it's like, how is this team going to handle the elements? That's football.
Yeah.
Instead of just seeing, you know.
And you can get it that way. And it's going to get, I mean, there's no doubt, guys, it's going to get there. It's just not the tough thing on the competitive side. The calendar's not moving fast enough, you know, and at the end of the day, I always look at the NCAA and like, what can we get right that we're probably not going to get sued over? This is one of them. Like they could fix all of this and you know, you're not getting sued over that, and it would be a win for everybody.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let's get back to some tech. How's the ball club look right now? How the boys looking this early in spring?
Fired up, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I know we're going to be good on defense. You know, we got some really good pieces back. We got 6 starters back, and then we added some good guys. But Sorsby's a dude, man. Like he's a player. Yeah, he's a player.
I like some Sorsby.
That man
he
ball
fits.
out a little bit.
He really fits in this offense. You know, and so I'm excited about him. But where we got 3 starters in the offensive line back, our right tackle, left tackle, and center. And I think all of them are NFL prospects, without a doubt. And then great competition at left guard. We got a veteran that was out last year that's back, Hunter Zambrano. And then we got a kid from Louisville in the transfer portal, Jordan Church. And then we've recruited at a really high level in the offensive line with our young guys. And, man, you win up front. Like, you know, you would have loved to play behind that defensive line last year.
Yeah.
You asked those linebackers, like they were just like, hey, look, we're just going to figure out where Lee Hunter was going.
Yeah.
And then we were just going to fit off of Lee Hunter. No matter what the defense said, we were fitting off of Lee Hunter. Like if he was going to 2-gap it or whatever he was like, we were going to fit off of him. That's kind of on the offensive side because we got 2 really good running backs back, only 2 running backs in the country that were 1,300-yard all-purpose running backs. We got those 2 guys back. Adding a kid back in June that tore his ACL, that's really good. So that side of the ball, as excited as I was about the defense last year, I'm so excited about the offense, man. Like they're coming together, and now it's really honestly like, you know, we talk about it all the time. Like I'm a big, you know, example of how you practice. You know, we talk all the way like, hey, if you want to play in the NFL for a long time, you better learn how to practice because that's a quick way. If you're not a first-round draft pick, to get your butt in trouble and get cut if you can't practice the right way and you're on the ground. And we talk about it all the time. It's like the other day in one-on-one, Danny Seal, man, had a good block against, I think it was Adam or Trey White. And, you know, he ended up on the ground, and Danny's reaching his hand out to help him up. You know, little things like that I watch for all the time because 2 weeks ago, he might have won that rep and not helped him up, you know, just like went back. Like, how are they connecting as a team? And really, I know it's coaches talk about it all the time, but iron sharpens iron. Like, are they sharpening each other, but also taking care of each other at the same time? And so it's a fun group to be around. It's very, very explosive very explosive offense. And then Sorsby changes everything with his feet, you know, and when that's going to happen, probably early in the season, it's going to be more with him scrambling. We probably won't have a lot of quarterback run game in the game plan, you know, early.
That's
just
what you want
to
your
take care
enemy
of.
to know
Yeah,
right
just
now.
take care of him. Man.
Not a lot of quarterback run game. Yeah. Then you hit him with the quarterback
no
run
doubt.
game.
Right.
Yeah.
You're playing chess.
And you look
right
at him,
now in
man. A
April.
lot of stuff y'all saw him live, but a lot of his runs were so effective was scrambles. He pulled one down. We were working red zone the other day, and he pulled one down the other day and took off. And I was like, whoa, that dude's different. And he's 238 pounds right now. So you're like, yeah, he
got some thighs on him.
really move, and he's
a
running behind his
specimen.
pads. Yeah.
I have a question for any coaches or like young coaches or any coach that could be going through a transition. I was reading an article on you that I want to say ESPN did back in when you came to Texas Tech, and it was like, oh, everybody knew in the committee or the deep state of Texas Tech knew like you were the guy when they hired you. And you were reflecting back at a time when you didn't take the UTSA head job. And you're real curious. I want to say you might have been, and correct me, jump in at any time too, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you were talking with the Baylor AD and like, hey, if I take this UTSA job, my gut tells me Coach Rhule could be leaving to go to the NFL. So this could be a shot of like leaving. And if I leave and the Baylor job opens up, will I be able to interview to become the Baylor head coach? Because you'd love to be the Baylor head coach. And based on that conversation with the Baylor AD, he had a relationship with the UTSA AD and said, I couldn't do that to that AD if you go and take the UTSA head job. So you thinking, okay, knowing all of these things, my gut, even though Coach Rhule and your agent said, hey, you should go take this head job, this might be the only one you get, this is how you start breaking through the glass of being a head coach in college football. You chose to not listen to that advice, bet on yourself to stay at Baylor. When Coach Rhule leaves, you interview for the Baylor job. Maybe you didn't interview for the Baylor job, but that's when they hire Aranda to come in. And then you're essentially on the staff with the new head coach. Like, take us through that framework for any coaches that could be listening, that could be seeking advice, say they go through something like that, to where you almost have to have like an ego death of like, yo, I fucking didn't take the UTSA job. Part of me, you battle with the entitlement, but part of you feels like, hey, I've earned the opportunity to have a good interview. I felt like you telling me to not take it was, you might be hiring me as the head coach at Baylor. It doesn't happen. You remain an assistant at Baylor before you get this job. But I just wanted to like talk to that story. I thought it was phenomenal.
You crushed it. Like, you told it perfectly. Like 100, like
I went to
literally,
JP two or
man.
three times. Like, this is the longest.
Hey, y'all were talking about that he was just a meathead linebacker, right? Was that what you're saying?
That boy read one article and all of it.
One article,
real fast.
Yeah,
but I was infatuated with reading that story.
No, it's 100% right. Like, you know, man, I've been really fortunate to have great mentors, and then I've been really fortunate of just being still. Like so many times in life, this just didn't coaching, but there's so many times that like you're one step away from getting everything you want, and then you're like, it ain't happened fast enough, so you go do something else, and you literally were right there. Like, just so being able to be still. He told me, he said, look, if you take this job, I'm not gonna, if that happens hypothetically, again, me and coach are close. So I knew what was going on. And so I went home to Debbie and I said, listen, I'm going to hate myself. Man, I love that team. I was a part of recruiting it. I knew how good we could be. And so I was like, I'm going all in. And I came in second. The running joke with Texas Tech fans, I always tell them, you didn't get the second place coach, man. You got the guy. So just trust that. But, you know, I was fortunate a couple of ways. Dave Aranda came in and he said, man, I want you to stay. In this business, man, if you interview for a job, like even in 2003, whenever I interviewed for the Cedar Hill job, I was like, man, if I don't get this job, I'm not going to, because I was an assistant on that staff, and I'm not going to get to stay because you're moving on. Most head coaches, you know, don't have the confidence to keep you in themselves, or maybe they think the locker room's going to gravitate one way or the other. And Coach Aranda asked me to stay, and man, I went home and I literally was like, I'm not staying. I can't do this.
Because you're pissed off, right?
I was pissed. I was hurt. I wanted it so bad. I thought I did a great job in the interview. And he asked me to stay. And so I said, well, give me a week. I talked to a couple of people. I was actually going to OU. I was going to go work for Coach Riley. Had a defensive end job open. And so I was going to go work for Coach. And I came in to Garrett and I said, hey, listen, this was a senior year. I said, hey, I think I'm going to take the OU job. And he said, man, awesome. I've always wanted to learn Lincoln's offense. And I was like, hold on, man, this is your senior year. We just got to playing in the Sugar Bowl. We just got to playing for the Big 12 championship. We got beaten overtime. 9 offensive starters were coming back. I mean, this is a good team. I said, don't you want to stay with your boys? Like, this is it. You only got a semester, because he was going to graduate, you know, in January. And he goes, Dad, I am not staying here if you're not. And that's when the dad comes in. Because I literally said, I went, talked to Debbie again, and I came to Garrett and I said, look, what do you want to do? And he said, you know what I want to do? These are my guys. I want to stay here. He said, but I'm not staying if you're not. And so I said, I'm going to stay. I'm going to go talk to Coach Aranda. So I went and talked to Coach Aranda, and he kept me. And then Coach Rhule was going to hire me because, man, the 2020 season for COVID and everything, and just everything, we went 2-7, and It just wasn't good, and not because of Coach Aranda wasn't good, but like I was really struggling. Like, man, I should be in front of this team, and so Coach Rhule was going to hire me with Carolina, and my agent Alex Hammond, he said, "How good can y'all be?" And Coach had made some changes, and we still had all these guys coming back. Like we had, especially on the defense side, Terrell Bernard, Jalen Petrie, 2 freaking dudes. They're like my little brothers. They Zoomed for my team the other day, both of them separately. Like those are my guys. So we had guys coming back, and I said, we're going to be really good. He hired Eric Mateos in the offensive line, and he hired he's the OC for Wisconsin Badgers, Jeff, and he was like, I said, we're going to be good. He goes, you need to stay then because your wheelhouse is Texas. And he said, there's 3 jobs that have a big possibility of opening up. And I think you've got an opportunity to interview for all 3 of them. And that's what you want. If you leave, it's great for your resume. But if y'all can win, well, man, we won the Big 12, you know. But I'd left right before we did. But the 2 of the 3 didn't open. And the one that I really wanted opened, and it was Texas Tech. You know, and so it was a couple. Like I always tell coaches, I'm really open. Like the 3 people that are never shut out of practice. Any parents that want to come to practice of my players can come. We never close practice to parents. We never close practice to boosters. I mean, I've got my safety 2 years ago, CJ Baskerville. He works for Double Eagle. He works for John and Cody. So we want to create these networks with these boosters whenever these guys are done. And then I never close it to high school coaches. We got South Carolina staff in, high school, Hammond. We've got a North Carolina staff in. We've got a New Mexico staff in. And then we got our clinic to where we'll have 200 plus coaches here this weekend. So we're always open. And then I always try to, really open with coaches. If they text me, email me, call me about stuff of like, I'll at least give them what I think. And I just there's been moments, and honestly in my career, what's funny is the times that I've turned jobs down, the next year is absolutely sucked. Like I'm at Cedar Hill as an assistant. Sam Harrell, Graham Harrell's dad, he's one of my mentors. He calls me, it's early June, and he says, I want you to come be my D-line coach. And I said, well, I've already committed to Coach Woods, who was our head coach at Cedar Hill. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. I can't go back on my word. And the next year we went like 2-8 and they won the state championship. And I'm what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Yeah. But it's always like, I always tell young coaches, man, you got to be patient. And there's sometimes you got to friggin' take it. But if you're working for a good person, and no matter what, if you can grow in that situation, man, stick where you're at. Like the growing can suck, but it's stuff you need to learn. It's stuff that you got to go through to get to where you really want to be, you know? And so even the stuff going through 2020 with COVID and us not winning and me not being the head coach, I still learned a lot, you know, that I still use and carry with us today. Yeah.
It's so interesting that like the grind of being a football player or a coach. Yeah. It's so important. Just be present, and sometimes like doing nothing is the right answer.
It is.
There's got to be one of the more difficult things for coaches to understand and follow through on, because you feel like you should always be on to the next thing. Yeah. So should we ask the hardest question of the day?
But like we have some tier talk.
Oh, do we have tier talk?
I believe we have some tier talk, yeah. Oh, we got them all.
Oh, it's right here.
Awesome. We got some tier talk from fans out there that want to hear from Coach Mack. Let's see here.
My wife said actually read me some of them. I don't know if y'all got any, but she actually read me a couple that when y'all put it out. Oh, really? Last night we were sitting, I said, man,
I'm sure there'll be a few on here.
Guys, I was geeked up. Y'all were in the building. So we were talking about it last night, and she goes, here, I'll read you a couple of.
Dude, that fires us up.
Yeah, no, man.
The people here, like since we've walked in the door, the hosting, the players we've gotten to be around, everybody who's talked to us, like it's a really cool operation you got going on.
Thank you, dude. When I was obviously here before you guys. So I came in last night, and I'm sitting there just outside the building waiting for you guys to pull up, and Coach comes out. He's like, what are you doing waiting out here? You're a Raider today. Like, brought me in. Like, he brought some juice. I was like, oh, my, this is going to be a good day. I got my piss hot.
Piss hot, He's baby. Like, that's a big saying in this place, if y'all are wondering.
Is
get
it
your
really?
piss hot? Huge.
That's just
a good game classic. Day. game day, that's going to be said about 30 times walking through the locker room.
I love
Let's
that.
fucking go.
Yeah, we're gonna
Get
get
your
piss hot
piss
today.
Get your
hot.
piss hot.
Put
Yeah.
the women and children to bed. That's always
Let's
one
go
of
look
mine.
for
Yeah.
dinner.
There's always one.
Yeah. We got one here from Mason Offlin. Can we get a Texas Tech, Nebraska home and home soon? Thanks. Love you, Coach.
I will tell you, that'd be awesome.
I should have
hitting.
read that before.
Hard hitting.
Well, but that would be awesome because we still get criticized for schedules that were made, 10 years before I was ever here.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff like that, you get criticized on your schedule and you're like, man, this has been scheduled out for, the games that we're playing right now, they were scheduled out before I got here.
Yeah. You're more put the ball down any place, anywhere.
Anytime, anywhere, any place. This one comes from Trevor Deshin. Ask him about if any new rivalries are emerging within the Big 12 and how Texas Tech could solidify themselves as one of the top schools in the conference now that OU and UT are gone.
Yeah, the two of my favorite to play, and we don't get to play one of them this year, that are new rivalries. BYU, love playing. That we're 2-1 against them. They beat us when we went to their place, and I don't know if either one of you've got the opportunity to play at BYU, but it is elite. Like, it is an elite
check it out.
place. It is loud. Their student section is sober, and they are freaking going nuts. Like, and Kalani's one of my favorite dudes. Like, I love Kalani. We've got to hang out because of the Big 12, but we're rep by the same guy, so we've got to hang out a lot together. And then the other guy that I really like, I think he's great for college football, he's very vocal, is Arizona State and Kenny.
Dillingham.
Dilly and I are one, because we were high school coaches before, and then one of his guys, Todd Graham, he came up with him, and then with Norvell, and Norvell's a Texas guy, and so I knew those guys really well from recruiting Cedar Hill. But we're 1-1 against them, and they've been absolute wars. Like, we had an absolute war out here with Scattaboo. And man, we got after him pretty good. That was a great game. -1 swing pass, and then we went to their place, and they beat us. We were throwing the ball in the end like a true, legit Hail Mary that they beat us right there at the end. You know what I respect so much about them too, is because they expected to beat us. Because you talk about the pressure and all this stuff. I was just waiting for how like we have the best social media creative team in the world. And, we kind of get a little, we'll throw, like when we beat Dana the first year, Holgerson, we do a little Red Bull, crush Red Bull on social media, like that. Yeah. So, you take shots, and literally, like, I was just waiting for a school, if they had a chance to beat us, like what their social media team would come with the money and all that stuff. And, Arizona State, they beat us. And they didn't do anything. They flag game.
Johnny gets NIL money.
Yeah, he is getting his NIL money. But it was really cool because they expected to win because they were the Big 12 champs the year before. So it wasn't, they did rush the field, but that's awesome. That's great for their fan base. But, I respect that. But those two are like the two new rivalries.
Mm-hmm.
And Arizona State's got to come to us, and we'll have our piss hot for that game. I know Kenny will have his crew ready to go.
I went to high school, Kenny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in Arizona. It's just cool to hear that. You hear about ASU, because when I was growing up at ASU, it's like, you go here if you want to party.
Yeah.
And now it's like, this is a school that tough.
Yeah,
get
they
after
are.
You.
And Dilly, he had the year that they won the Big 12. Like, who was coaching their spring game with Scatterby?
We were.
The boys.
Scatterby was on his team. Dillingham, like my head coach in high school, he was a special teams coach, Dillingham, and we went to high school together. So they're like, hey, when you get here, we're going to give you our ones. And then Will's going to have like twos guys, that are, trying to, get on special teams and stuff like that. So we're going to put you in a situation to win.
Yeah.
I've never even heard you say that conversation.
Really?
I thought it was even.
No, it wasn't even.
And they gave him Scattaboo because Scattaboo just came from, Sac
we
State.
had Scattaboo though.
That wasn't even. If you had him, that wasn't even.
Bro, they beat us.
Yeah,
they won the spring bowl. This kid, you went up to him in the fourth quarter?
I went up to him in the second half, and I was like, hey, listen, I know the coaches are saying that they're going to sit you and stuff. I know this is a spring game. I know you're ready to go hang out with the ladies and everything else, but we're running the football this entire second half. We got to win this game. You don't understand how badly I need to beat that man. You see him sitting over there with that goofy-ass visor?
Yeah.
We got to beat him.
He started twitching a little bit. You knew he was ready to go.
Yeah.
He started going like, I was like, oh God,
he just won
he's
a wall.
a psycho, huh?
He playing against him was awesome, and we had the all-time leading rusher on our side, Taj Brooks, it was a war, man. And then this last year was a war. And Sam and really Jordan Tyson, man, they had a couple plays that were just unreal to beat us.
I know your relationship is probably not as good with Dillingham as it is with Matt Rhule, but when Sam Levitt's in the portal and you're essentially evaluating quarterbacks that we want to get, I'm sure Sam was on a list of some sort. We love that we have Sorsby, but was there ever a conversation with Dillingham?
We talked. We did. There's a few guys like Jeff Traylor at UTSA. I'm always going to call him high school coach for a long time, and him and I are really good friends. And Rhule, I talk to him a lot about just stuff that's going on. But Kenny's a guy that I will text a lot, or I watch him. I listen to a lot of his stuff. I watch his games. His coaching staff's a really good coaching staff. They had a great game plan against us. They did a great job. So I listen to his stuff, and I'm always texting him going, man, or sending him something he said going, you're 100% right, or I'll reach out to him. So we did talk about who this person is and stuff like that.
Does the BYU's head coach, his name Kalani? Does Kalani, I don't know how much you guys banter or joke around, but does he ever just send you a photo of the coach of the year?
Oh, he God, just put a knife in me, man.
I know. You should have got it. But he did a great job too.
I appreciate it. Here's my deal, and we actually changed this, and I'm going to bring it up in the Big 12 meetings, and maybe it doesn't fly, but whenever I was in high school and you did all district and everything, so you had a district coach of the year, and we actually changed it because the thing to me, when you're the coach of the year, it's really not that you're the coach of the year, it's your staff. And so that's what bothered me more than anything, that my staff should have been represented. Like if they're going to say I'm the coach of the year, I'm the coach of the year because of my staff. You know what I'm saying? And so maybe it should be, okay, you're going to coach of the year. Maybe there should be a staff of the year too, because that was more than anything whenever in the meeting when it came out. I mean, I did in our staff meeting go, we should, because we're getting ready to play him again. You're always looking for something. Urban Meyer told me last spring, I got to be on their show, and I asked him, I said, Coach, more than anything at the end of this, I want to ask you a couple questions. I asked Mark Ingram the same thing. And he said, man, find things, even if you have to make them up, find things to piss people off, going into games. I said, okay, I got you, Coach. And I went in our staff meeting, I said, I guess y'all all suck. I guess I suck and y'all all suck. We're sitting here and we won 29-7. Whenever they came in here, it took them a whole half to get across the 50-yard line, but we suck because he's the coach of the year. And so that was going into the Big 12 championship game of hey, let's stir the pot, poke the bear, get Coach Wood a little fired up. Yeah. And so
I love that.
Always looking for that. But I'm a huge fan of his, man. He's a stud. He's another guy put the ball down. He'll play anybody.
Yeah. That gasses me up. I have one here, not a question because you've already done this, but from 337TC_. Just talk to him about his Cedar Hill days. He is a freaking Texas high school football legend, bro. So just 337TC, just wanted to let you know that you're a football legend.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I do have one here from TJ_Andres21. Do you think there's any benefit in scheduling tougher non-conference opponents in today's college football landscape?
So it's interesting. I'll get all kinds of, might as well. I've already got the Notre Dame pissed off at me, but I'm of the opinion that Texas didn't get in the playoffs because they got beat by Ohio State. That game was okay. That was a great game, and it was right down to the end. Where you can't get beat is you can't get beat. We got beat by Arizona State, and they were the defending Big 12 championships. You can't get beat by a team that you're not supposed to get beat by. You can't get beat by a team that doesn't have a winning record. Mm-hmm. That's what separates, where you're sitting there and you're talking in that committee and we're talking about all that stuff. Yeah. That's where you almost eliminate yourself. You can't tell me, and I don't know, I wasn't in the room, but you can't tell me that was the reason that Texas didn't get in the playoffs. They got beat by Ohio State. At that point, at one point they were doing that, Ohio State was undefeated. So how was that a bad loss? Even though it was a loss, which is always weird, bad loss, good loss. But you know what I'm saying? Had a couple good losses. So
isn't it a similar argument to Miami and Notre Dame though?
Yeah, it is, but they played head to head. So you eliminate that.
Again,
But
I got nothing against Miami. To me, it was the deep state of the committee in college football that squeezed out Notre Dame. Because one thing I failed to mention, but Miami's not even in the game if Duke doesn't win the ACC championship.
Yeah.
Not even in.
No doubt.
That was just one more.
And I'm with you 100% with that. But I will tell you, I'm glad they were, because, man, like that run and getting to see like Bain and the way he played with his
Unbelievable.
just hair on fire and just like the whole – I mean, it's great for college sports when you start talking about too, like, I don't know if it was, I have no idea, but did you give up on Beck and that's why he transferred or whatever? You got this other, I don't know. I wasn't in the building, so I have no idea, but it's a good story the way he really played and performed in some big situations.
Yeah, the non-conference games are difficult.
But the safest
I will
move
tell
is
you
to get
this:
the
cupcakes.
To me, if you blow up the calendar, right? How about putting the bowl games? I'm not talking about the Rose Bowl or Fiesta, but how about putting you want the bowl games to be back to really cool games? Put them at the first of the year. Let the bowls pick. Nobody's opting out. And then you're going to sell out that stadium, which never happens in bowl games, because all the fans are so hungry for week 1 football that they're going to travel wherever in that bowl game. And then you have a legitimate, game in a bowl. So now all of a sudden,
I mean, it's kind of
cooking.
They've kind of done that too, right? With like
because what's really
who's talked about? Has Pate talked about that?
I'm going to tell Josh that he might have heard that from me, but
okay.
No, he has. The commissioner. The commissioner has heard that.
Yeah,
I mean, has said that.
You're the commissioner's commissioner.
But if you think about, because what is going to happen, we know this, and that's why the pushback. But when you go to a bigger playoff, the playoffs start taking over the importance of that month. And so now the bowl games become less and less. Put them in the front of the season.
I like it.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah, I do like that idea.
Big teams.
You are big. You signed out. You publicly said Josh Pate should be the commissioner of college football.
I think maybe we could do a 3-man commissioner. Y'all 3 get together and put it together. Is that good?
I like that. You don't
want
want
I
a dictator.
I don't think we hate that at all.
We don't hate that at all. And you definitely don't want a dictator. And you can't have 2, because what if there's 50-50?
Yeah.
So it's nice to have 3.
Yeah, nice to have 3. And I think we all know, like, Josh he could be the face.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let him be the face.
Yeah.
And we'll just sit in the background and be like, we agree or disagree.
Yeah, let me text Coach McGuire real quick.
Yeah.
Make sure he's cool
also,
with
Coach
it.
McGuire didn't say it would be us, but he did say there could be 3.
Yeah.
We just assumed.
Oh, yeah. I
guess you're right.
I might have got a text from Pate saying, hey, just remember, like, don't disclose how much I paid you to
There you go, clown.
See that?
So, but, man, I just, like, that's the whole deal. Like, they just added Gus Malzahn into the room, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad he did, because that's a ball coach. He's going to get it. But why not add somebody that is, like, in it every single day, that's all they do all day long.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
That's
There's
what
no
Josh does.
bias.
This is what you got. There's not.
Yeah.
Like,
well, he's got a little bit of Bama bias.
Yeah.
But that's it, though. I think
No
he
doubt.
can keep that at bay.
Yeah.
I don't think he can. You saw the way it got towards the end of the year.
Yeah, he got
Remember
a little
the Rose
nasty.
Bowl?
Yeah.
Indiana, Alabama. He's like, I've already bet the money line. It's like, how'd that work out for you?
Yeah.
This one comes from Double Eagle fan Philippe. If you could bring any rule into college football, what would it be?
Any rule into college football, man. Well, they eliminated suspending a guy from targeting.
That was huge, by the way.
Great
That's
elimination.
a massive change.
That was great. That's a great question, because I absolutely love college football, like where it's at. I'll tell you, going to the replay system of the NFL, and I'm of the opinion that in 2026 that the little monitors should be gone from every replay. Like, you're talking to somebody in the ear. You've got monitors everywhere. Surely you could say, hey, look, we can see this, and you've got officials to replay like that. But the expedited replay for college football would be awesome, to where we could help out some of that. That would be a rule that I'd be in favor of.
I like that.
Okay. This is one for my little brother. My little brother Wyatt Compton. He got his first head coaching job, North County High School. All of our alma maters, where we all grew up. We went to high school. He's now the head coach. First job as a head coach.
Love it.
And Jesse Curtail here was asking him how he was able to establish a successful culture at Cedar Hill when he first took over as head coach. Could be helpful for Wyatt.
So first, if Wyatt wants anything, man, I have everything and anything on a jump drives and hard drives that I've ever done. You know, because whenever I left, I literally was like, okay, I'm not going to try to reinvent the wheel if I don't like college football and I come back to high school. So I kept everything. But man, I'm going to tell you, and people ask me this all the time, two things. One, we start everything with love, like the power of love. And it's tough love. It's like everything, real love. We started everything with that. And people ask me, all these athletes that you coach now, do you have to treat them different? If you start with that, you don't. I talked to people 1994, whenever I first stepped on the grass to coach in Crowley, Texas. I talked to that freshman defensive end the way I talked to Trey White, the exact same way, because they know where I'm coming from. They know that I'm trying to make them the best version of themselves, and we both are competitors, and we want to win, and there is a way to play football. And when you both close your eyes, you know what it looks like. And if it's not looking like that, then something's wrong, and we've got to address it, and we've got to attack it. But really, honestly, like I tell my guys, they hear it all the time. Yeah, I tell them all the time how much I love them, how much I care about them. And then I also tell them, like, dude, I love you so much, you're not going to act like that, or you're not going to do this. And especially if you want this kind of money, and bro, this is the way we act. And we've done that, like literally. I think that's the magic. I've been a part of some great things, so I'm going to say the magic of what we do is these guys genuinely know we care about them, and we're all in this together. If you can get that, man, you guys have been in great locker rooms. You've been in locker rooms that, like, people thought you couldn't do things and y'all were able to do them as a team. That's the key, man. I mean, the best teams you've ever been on is because the culture that you have between the coaches and the players and in that locker room.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. You gotta get that hard drive.
Yeah,
gotta get
I
it.
can, man. I'll take care of you.
Yeah.
We can look up a giant. I'll be in his text.
Yeah.
And if I can't get your number, I'll go through Coach Rhule. We'll all be in a group
Rhule
chat.
get you. Yeah, put me and Rhule and you in the text. Say, when are you playing? We'll both be nervous.
Yeah.
Coach, we know that anyone would do anything for an ice cold Bud Light.
Yeah.
What's something that you would do anything for? Can't say family.
Oh, national championship. As long as I don't have to go to hell, I'm in.
That's it.
That's it.
That was kind
And I like how
that's the best way to
he's
end
kind of
the
staring
podcast.
through you too.
I know.
The boys
when
showed
he was talking
us
about love and culture, he's staring through me. I'm like, I love you.
I don't know if this was here before you got here. Oh no, you just built these facilities. But I did see, like, back in one of your old stories, like somebody telling you, I want to say it was maybe the Cedar Hill days, on build it first for like the vision, start with the vision, start with the belief, and then fill the trophy case. Because the boys, Ben and John and Austin were walking us through, and they showed us a slot where it's this full trophy case, got all these trophies, but there's one spot that's empty and there's a marker on it.
Yeah.
And so we're saving that for the national title.
Yeah. Yeah, believe. And that doesn't come from Ted Lasso. I got the picture to prove it. 2005, Chris Boyd, he's the wide receivers coach at South Lake Carroll. He was my offensive coordinator. And we missed the playoffs in 2004. 2 games we could have got in, literally a fingertip. Like a linebacker from Lamar, if he would have clipped his fingers that day, we would have won that game and gotten the playoffs. He tipped it right at the end. And I can still see that play. And he got these blocks that spelled out believe, and we didn't have any trophies. And we put that in the trophy case. And then a little picture of old Cowboy Stadium, because that's where we'd play round 1. And that was the believe. And then I told that story. Well, I'd put believe on my old office and then my new office, but I told that story, and our assistant AD got me that block and put it. He said, "Here you go, man. You can go put that in the trophy room." So if you walk in there, there's a little bitty block and it says believe. And that was there. And we had a block for the Big 12 championship, and we were able to move it. We moved it one over and put the Big 12 championship in there, to do that. So, yeah.
Cool.
Wait for Ted Lasso.
Yeah, wait for Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Maybe they found out about that story.
They could.
Could have absolutely been it.
You're Ted Lasso.
Coach, we really appreciate you taking the time.
No,
this
man,
has
thank
been
you guys.
This is
awesome to sit down, understand the culture, where you came from. Truly, we hope for the best for you guys this year,
Yeah.
unless you play Michigan.
There we go.
We're Red Raiders this year.
We're Red Raiders.
Unless you play
obviously,
Michigan.
we have our
Wolverine,
school-
I'm
yeah,
a Husker.
but we're Red
Hey,
Raiders.
if we can match up either one of those games and it's the national
It'd be elite.
championship, like, we're
I'll
in.
take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
you,
see,
Coach.
hey, I guarantee you'll get more access to Texas Tech than Michigan if that game's taking place.
I thought he was just going to take he follows our stuff like you're going to get more access than Oklahoma, but he said the big
the
he
big
said-
boys.
he
I mean,
said-
I know how
and-
much
and
they
to be-
love
to
you
be
there,
fair,
man.
like-
But hey, we might put you on
he
the
said
headset.
something that
Hey,
he could be
Low
right.
key could be right. Like,
Yeah.
just the way he said that out loud, I'm like, he's probably right too, which kind of bums me out.
Coach, thank you, man.
you,
Yeah,
brother.
can't wait to watch
Wow.
practice.